short recap of what we learned yesterday, and then we can move on to today's session. First, we have seen how to check the version of Excel. Could you tell me how can I check what is the version of Excel we are all using? How do we check it? File, under file, you have to click on account. You have to click on account. If the account is not visible, some system the account may not be visible, then you have to go for more. Under more, you can see the account. Under account, it will show you the version, and below that you can see the subversion. What is the version of Excel? And on the top, where we can see your file name and your software name is available. This entire area put together, this area where we have the file name and software name, we call it as, what is the name of this? Title bar. On the left hand side of the title bar, there are 3 or 4 buttons available, which we call it as Quad, Quick Access Toolbar. Below this, the whole area put together, we call it as ribbons. On the ribbon, the first one, file, is, what is the name of this? Office button, backstage of your office. Home, insert and page layout are all tabs. A special tab will appear whenever you use something new. That is called as contextual tab. Below this tab is clipboard, fonts and alignments are all groups. The corner of the group, there is an arrow mark. If you click on the arrow mark, a new dialog box will open. That is called as dialog box launcher. All the other items are called as commands. All the other things are called as commands. Could you tell me how can I hide the ribbon? There are 2 methods of hiding the ribbon. One is using the mouse. You can go there and make a double click, or we have a shortcut key for hiding the ribbon. What is the shortcut key for hiding the ribbon? Control F1. You can press Control F1 for hiding the ribbon. Same Control F1 for unhiding the ribbon. And one more is Control Shift F1. But in some laptops, the Control F1 may not work straight away. How can you switch on or switch off that function key? There is a shortcut key for switching on function. Escape. Very good. And this one we call it as, this is called as name box, and this one is formula bar. How do we increase the height of this formula bar here? Control Shift U. Very good. A, B, C, D are all columns. 1, 2, 3 are all rows. Where the rows and columns are meeting, we call it as cells. How many rows and how many columns are there in one Excel sheet? 10,48,576 rows, 16,384 columns. How can you check that? How many rows and columns available? You can go to the left hand side topmost corner, click it and hold it. It will show you how many rows and how many columns are available. Even you know how it is calculated also. Why it is 16,000, why it is 10 lakh is 2 to the power of 14 and 2 to the power of 20. Very good. Now I will go to control down arrow, last row, control right arrow, the last column. How can I change this column in a number format? Instead of alphabet, I want to put a number format here. How can I convert this into number? If you go to File, under File, Options, under Options, you can see Formulas, where you have to enable this R1, C1 reference style. When I enable R1, C1 reference styles, it shows the column in a number format. And once again uncheck it, it comes back to the normal view. Could you tell me how can I move from the last cell to the very first cell, straight away to the very first cell? Control Home. Very good. Control Home is the shortcut key. Some laptops you have to press Control Function Home also. Control Function Home, which will go to the very first cell. And this is my first page. I want to go to the next page downwards. You can use page down, page down, page down to go to the next page. Page up to go to the previous page. I'm going to go to the next page on the right hand side. Right side next page. Alt page down. Very good. Alt page down will go to the next page on the right hand side. Alt page up will go to the previous page on the left hand side. And this area where we can see some arrow marked area, this area we call it as sheet tab. How can I move from one sheet to another sheet without using mouses? You can use Control Page Down. Control Page Down will go to the next page. Control Page Up will go to the previous page. But how can I jump between a page to page straight away? Suppose I am in 11th page, I want to go to 20th page straight away. There is an arrow mark available here. You can make a right click. All the list of sheet will be displayed. Select the sheet and you can say, okay, it will go to that particular sheet. How can I insert a fresh new sheet? You can click on plus or there is a shortcut key also. Shift F11. That seems to be an alien. Huh? I forgot all the things yesterday. We did everything. Shift F11. Okay. Right. Now, I want to hide the multiple sheets. How can I select multiple sheets? Control key or shift key, you can select multiple sheet. Right click and you can go for hide. All the sheets will get hidden. But unhide, you can make a right click and you can go to unhide. And you can select all the multiple sheets, holding the control key or shift key and say OK. All the sheets will get unhidden here. Right on the bottom, could you tell me how can I get this sheet number? How can I get the workbook statistics here? By default, it will not display it. How can I get it? Right click on the status bar and you have to enable the sheet number and you can enable the workbook statistics. If I click on the sheet, it will show you how many sheets are there and we are in which sheet. If I click it on the right hand side, you can see the navigation will appear and you can click on the navigation and you can go to that sheet also. And there is an option called as workbook statistics, which will show you your workbook statistics. And on the bottom, when I select some cells, it will show you sum, average, count, maximum, minimum. By default, you will get sum, average and count. I want other formula, you can make a right click and you can enable all the formula. Sum, average, count, maximum, minimum. Even you can copy and paste the formula also, correct? You can go here, click it and go to some other cell and you can paste it also. That formula will get pasted. Not formula, value will get pasted. And these three are arranging the page setup and taking a printout. Plus and minus are zoom slider. 4 methods, plus and minus, or you can control key, zoom up and zoom down, or you can use the touchpad, zoom up and zoom down, or you can use the shortcut key, control alt plus and control alt minus. This is what we have learned in the first session. After the first session is over, we have seen about fill handle. When you type something and press enter, my cursor will go to the next cell. Could you tell me how can I place the cursor in the same cell? Control enter. There are three types of icon. One is the doctor symbol, selection. Another one is you can see the arrow mark with the 4 header with the arrow mark, which is used for moving the value. Another one is the corner. When you go to the corner, this is called as fill handle. January and drag it. February, March, April, May, June, July will be filled. Sunday and drag it, Monday, Tuesday will be filled. First drag it, second, third will be filled. But when I type 1 and go to the corner and drag it, you will get only 1 to be filled. But I want 1, 2, 3 to be filled. There are 4 methods. Type 1 and 2, select both the 1 and 2 and drag it. Second method is hold the control key and drag this. Third method, drag this and you can see a small tag will be available. This tag is called as smart tag. Click here and go for fill series. If it is a smaller value, suppose if it is a larger value, 1 to 5,000, I want to fill it from 1 to 5,000. Go to home tab where we can see there is an option called as fill. Under fill, you can go for series. Row wise or column wise, step value and stop value. Where are we going to stop it? If you say 5,000, it will start from 1, it ends with 5,000. How can I select it from top to bottom? From top to bottom, how do you select it? Control shift down arrow. But after selecting, I want to go to the first cell and last cell. Control dot. Very good. And you did a task yesterday also. 500, 515, it has to be filled till something 5990. Same fill series, you can use it. But I want to combine. I have Elgi equipment limited in 3 cells. I want to combine into 1 cell. How can I do that? How can I combine 3 cells into 1 cell? Increase the column width and you have to go for fill, justify. If you decrease the column width and go for justify, what will happen? It will not combine, it will split. It will split into a multiple cells. Very good. Then control semicolon. How to enter a date is always type the date like this. Date first and month next and then year in 4 text numerical values. And after typing the date, I want to change the date to a date format. You can make a right click. Shift F10 is the shortcut key for right clicking. And you can go to format cells just by pressing the underlined letter F. Or straight away we have the shortcut key for format cells. What's the shortcut key for format cell? Control 1. Control 1 will go to the format cells and you can go there and you can change your format. You can't move between one arrows to another. If the letter is underlined, you can press the underlined letter. If the letter is not underlined, how can I go to a particular area? Suppose here the letter is not underlined. I want to go to border, I want to go to production. How can I do that? First letter. If letter is underlined, you can press the underlined letter. If letter is not underlined, use the first letters. And we can change the format. Then we use the shortcut key for getting. There are 3 methods to get the current date. One is control semicolon, which will give you the current date. But how can you change it to default date for? I think yesterday we have seen 6 shortcut key. Control Shift 1. What is the usage of Control Shift 1? Number format, 2 decimal points. Control Shift 2, time format. Control Shift 3, date. 4 is for currency. And Control Shift 5, percentage. One more is available. Control Shift tilde or tilde. Remove the decimal places. Very good. So the 6 shortcut keys we have seen. Then when you type a date and go to the corner and drag it, date will get filled. But I don't want date to be filled. I want month to be filled. I want the weekdays to be filled. I want years to be filled. So I can change it here. Month, years or days. Control semicolon will give you the date. Control Shift semicolon will give you time. And there is one more option available, equal to today. Open bracket and close bracket. What is the difference between control semicolon and today? You can see control semicolon will give you the current date, but the date will not get updated. You can see here 13 June, August, but here the date has updated here. The date has been updated here because we have used the function called as today. Today means the date will get updated. One more function is available, equal to now, which will update the date as well as time. But how can I update the time manually? There is a shortcut key for updating the timing also. What is the shortcut key for updating time is F9. Whenever you press F9, you can see your time will get updated. You did the task. A month wise has to be filled, quarter wise has to be filled, every Wednesday, Monday has to be filled. You did a task. After that, we have seen from the name, I want to extract the first letter, I want to extract the last letter, I want to extract the initial, I want to extract the month names. Everything you have to give 1 or 2 examples. While giving an example, your example on the next column and the example is case sensitive. After giving an example, we have used a feature called as flash fill. The shortcut key for flash filling is Control E. Or you can go to fill, under fill, you can see flash fill, or you can go to data, under data also the flash fill is available. Sometimes Excel will give you a suggestion also. If you are okay with the suggestion, you can press enter, otherwise you can use Control E. But when you take the numerical characters, I don't have a 0 prefixed before a number. But I want a 0 prefix before a number. How can I get a 0 prefix before a number? What is the method? You have to go to format cells. Under format cells, you have to go to the custom format and you have to give how many zeros? How many digits you want? -1 0. Suppose if you want 8 digits, you have to say 7 zeros. 5 digits means 4 0. 4 0 and then hash. Very good. This you did it and you did some task also. How to separate it like this. Then we have seen flash fill is not only for used for splitting the data. Flash fill can be used for combining your data also. 2 data can be combined using the flash fill, and even you can create an email ID. But the email ID, if you don't want it, you can right click and you can delete that hyperlink also. And you did a task how to separate the flash filling. Yes. After flash filling is over, then we have seen, suppose I have a data from the sales. I want to calculate what could be my sales percentage. So you can use Control Q. After using Control Q, quick analysis, you can go to totals. Under totals, you can see sum, average, count. There are 2 sums available. One is the blue color. Blue color is for row wise and yellow color is for column wise. And you can calculate the percentage. You can calculate the cumulative percentage. I think we did both yesterday. We calculated the percentage by column wise, cumulative percentage by column wise, even row wise also we did it. And even we did both also, row wise as well as column wise. Then I want to do a conditional formatting. More than 1000 I want to give a color. How can I select the entire column? Entire column. Any shortcut key to select the entire column? Click on B or shortcut key. Control space bar. Very good. Row. Shift space bar. What will happen if I press Control Shift space bar? Entire table. Second time? Entire sheet. Super. Very good. Now I select the data. Control Q, and you can go to formatting and you can say greater than, and you can give a condition and you can give a column. But only greater than is available. I want to give a condition between, equal to, less than. So you cannot see that's available in Control Q. So you have to go for Home tab. Under Home tab, conditional formatting. Highlight cell rules, you can see all the conditions, greater than, less than, between, equal to, text containing, various options available. But could you tell me how can I go to this home tab and how can I go to this conditional formatting, highlight cell rules without using mouse? Alt. You have to press the Alt key and see the highlighted letter, and you have to press the highlighted letter. Very good, superb. So we have seen how to apply the condition. We have seen how to modify the condition by going to manage rules. And even we have seen how to find out the duplicate values, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, duplicate. How to delete it also. Data, and there is an option called as remove duplicates. But before that, is there any simple or easy method to select the entire table? Entire table. Control Shift 8. Super. That's the best method to select the entire table. Then we have seen how to find out the top 10 conditional formatting, top bottom rules. Then we have seen how to apply the data bars, negative in a different color, positive in a different color, color scale. Green will gradually turn into yellow, yellow will gradually turn into red. Then we have seen how to apply the icon sets also and modify the icon sets, display only the icon, conditional formatting, manage rule, edit rules. We have given our own condition and we can display the icon sets, only the icons like this. So various options we have seen in conditional formatting, and even you did some task in conditional formatting. Last week, this week, above average, below average, positive in a different color, negative in a different color, we can put icon sets. And finally, last chapter, what we did is, based on some range, I want to draw a trend chart here. So I select the range and you have to go to Control Q, and there we can see an option available called as spark lines. 3 types of spark line. If you click this, a spark line will be created. After clicking this, on the top, first time you can see a contextual tab is appearing called as spark line, where we can highlight the high point, low point. We can change the spark line color. You can change the marker color. And what is the usage of this? When you go to access and click on show access, what is the usage of that? The show access? It will draw a line at the 0th position. Very good. But Control Q will create a chart only on the next range, next cell. How can I create a column spark line in some other area here? Insert, and we have to go to spark line. And it will ask where you want that spark line. If I select it, in that area, the spark line will get inserted. If you don't want the spark line, go to clear and clear the spark line. And this spark line is created not only for row wise, the spark line can be created for column wise also. And we have seen how to insert a emoji. Could you tell me how can I insert an emoji? What's the shortcut key for inserting emoji? Windows dot dot. Windows dot. And we have seen how to insert a picture inside a cell. You can go to insert picture, where we can see picture in cell. Or you can, if the screen is not available, you have to go to illustration and picture, picture in cell. And we have seen one more option also. We can insert a checkbox. What are all the activities completed, you can check it. What are all the activities not completed, you can uncheck it also. I believe that's our last chapter yesterday, correct? So entire 6 or 7 hours, we have just recapped within 15-20 minutes. Just a short recap of what we learned yesterday. So before moving on to today's session, if you have any questions, doubts, queries, of what we learned yesterday, I'll try to clarify and then we can jump on to today's session. Yes? Any doubts, questions, queries? No? Because today we are going to jump into the next level of Excel. It's not going to be a simple one. Today we are going to see some formulas, functions, pivots and charts. All are very important chapters. All the things we are going to spend more time. One more chapter is what if analysis, forecasting. What will happen if it is like this, forecasting. So 4 chapters. One is formula and function, what if analysis, pivots and charts. 4th chapter we have to complete. All the 4 are very, 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 very important. Okay. No doubts. So we can jump on to today's. Yes. Only check. It's called as checkbox, not unchecked box. Either check means okay. If you're not checking it, or it says not okay. That's all. The cross will not appear. Only checking can be done. Color, what do you want to do? Where you want to put a color? Checkbox or cell color? Here you want to put a cell color. Select this range. Go to Home tab. If the checkbox is selected, that means it's true. If checkbox is not selected, that means it's false. So go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, equal to, just go here and type it as true. True. True means what is the color? Maybe I'll put a green. So for a tick, I'm giving a green. Say OK. So you can see these are all green, but these are all not selected, so it's red. Suppose I click this, it will turn into green. Whatever you click, that will turn into a green color. Because you can see on the top, whenever I make a click, you can see it's saying true. Here it's not selected, so it's false. All the false you can give red. That's your wish. Conditional formatting, highlight cell rules. False means red color. Any other questions, doubts, queries? Yes.
Sir, from a sentence, 2-3 sentences in a one cell, there we want to extract the words. Then can we do Control E?
Yeah, of course. Control E is the best method. Give one example and use Control E. It will work. That's what we did it in the last session. You're saying sentence, yesterday we did it with the name, employee name and others. Same you can do it with Control E. Try, if you are not getting, I will help you. I think you should get it. Yes. We'll move on. Today's session. So, once again, I need your cooperation to cover as much as possible. I love to teach more and more and more with all your cooperation. Right? So, we'll jump on to exercise number 11. The most wanted, yesterday more people have said about this. We want to learn this concept. We have an employee number, we have an employee name. Employee number, name is available. Now what are we going to do based on this employee number and name is? We are going to fetch and post the designation of this employee. We are going to find out the designation of this employee. So I typed the heading, Control B is for bold. Yes. Yeah, because before that I want to open a file. That's what. So now yesterday you have downloaded 2 files, right? One is exercise, another one. There is one more file called as master. So please open the file called as master. Please open the file master. In master, we have some table available. 2 sheets are there. One is employee sheet. Second one is defect details. First, let us come to the employee sheet here. In employee sheet, we can see the branch name, employee number, employee name, gender, email ID, date of birth, date of joining, retirement age, designation, department, and salary. Now, we are going to fetch the designation of this employee. You know, one data may be available in one area. When you download the data from SAP, ERP, Oracle, or some other source, all the data may not be available in same sheet. One data, matching data may be available in some other sheet. You have to find, match, and post it. Finding it, matching it, and posting it. Using a very popular function, the most frequently used function. What is the function you would have used earlier is V. What is V? V stands for vertical. There is one more lookup called as H lookup. H lookup means horizontal. But V lookup and H lookup will work only from left to right. Correct? Right to left V lookup will not work. For example, in this table, if I want to get the employee, suppose I want to get the employee designation, I want to get the employee department, we can do it. But if you want to get the employee branch name, which is on the left-hand side, from here to here, it's not possible. Here to here, it's possible. Left to right is possible. Right to left is not possible in VLOOKUP. So in that case, we will use another function. I'm saying it in older version. One is we'll use VLOOKUP, and another one is we'll use HLOOKUP. If the data is in the reverse, left, right to left, then we will use another function called as index and match. And if there is an error if there is a error in lookup, we will use a function called as if error. And we have to use one more thing called as cell referencing. I will explain what is that cell referencing. And we have to use one more thing called as approximate match. Approximate and exact. All this function, they have just replaced with one function. As I indicated yesterday itself, we have said RIP to VLOOKUP very long back. Stop using VLOOKUP. If you are using VLOOKUP, stop using it. If you are not using VLOOKUP, start using this function. VLOOKUP will slow down your system speed, increases your file size. It's very complicated. Sometimes if you change the row numbers and column numbers, VLOOKUP may not work properly. So what are we going to do is we are going to use the latest function, that is XLOOKUP. I recommend to start using XLOOKUP. What is the purpose of using XLOOKUP? What is the advantage? I will explain one by one. Even it's easy to learn also. So let us start using XLOOKUP. Since you are all using Office 365, I recommend to start using XLOOKUP. When you come for the next level of Excel training, next level, even I will say stop using XLOOKUP. Next. Now I am saying stop using VLOOKUP. When you come to the next lesson, I will say stop using XLOOKUP, because we have one more advanced features called as merge query and connecting the tables. You can connect the tables and you can use a merge query and very easily you can fetch the data. That should be a next level, but as of now, you have to go with XLOOKUP. Let us start the basics of XLOOKUP. If you have any questions, doubts, queries, stop me, ask me there itself. I can repeat it any number of times. Before going for this XLOOKUP, you have to understand three things. So you have to understand three things here before going for XLOOKUP. First one you have to understand here is what is your lookup value. What is your lookup value? A lookup value means what is your input cell. Input cell means the reference cell. Could you tell me which is my reference cell? Based on which reference can I get the designation? Can I refer an employee number or employee name to get the designation? Which could be the right reference? Employee number. Why can't we take employee name? There can be two employees with the same name also. So better to take the employee number. So first decide which is your lookup reference, which is your input. So you have rightly told that employee number. Same thing, even VLOOKUP also will do the same thing. VLOOKUP also will take the employee reference, employee number as a reference. Super. Second, lookup array. Lookup array. What is this lookup array? Lookup array means select the range where we have lookup value, where we have the lookup value on the source table, where we have the lookup value on the source table. Now let me go to the source table. Could you tell me where is that lookup value in this source table? So I will open that source table, master table. Could you tell me where is that lookup value on the source table here? Source table, where is my lookup value? Before that, I will close another file. Sorry, I opened that. This file, I will close this. So tell me, what is the lookup? Where is that lookup value on the source table? Where is the lookup value? B. But B, very good. But don't select the entire B. Don't select the entire B. Select only the range. Only that range. Only the range where we have the lookup value. Only the range. Okay. Third one is return array. Return array. What is that return array? Select the range. Select the range which we want as an output. Which we want as an output. On the source table. On the source table. So which we want it as an output. That range has to be selected. That range has to be selected. Tell me, which we want it as an output. Which range we have to select now? I, that is your designation. That's all. That's all. Nothing to be done. Only these three things. In VLOOKUP, you have to count the column numbers. We have to know that whether it's approximate, exact match. So many things has to be done, and you have to select the entire table, which may slow down your system speed. Nothing is required. Select where is your input. Select where is your output. That's all. That's all. Let me try this. As I told, any questions, doubts, queries, stop me, ask me. I can repeat it again also. Right? So let us go to this formula. I'm going to write this function here. Before that, could you tell me, I have two files. How can I navigate between one file to another file without using mouse? I expected everyone will say this. Alt tab is the shortcut key for moving from one software, one application to another application. But I want to move between one file to another file within the same application. So I recommend to go for Control tab. Control tab is the best method to move between one file to another file within the Excel application itself. Alt tab, as of now it may work, but you can see so many applications are opened, it will move from one application to another application. So better to go for Control tab. Okay, let me write this formula. Equal to X lookup. You tell me I typed XL, X lookup is displayed. How can I select this without typing it? I can type it XLOOKUP. Enter will throw an error. Tab, very good. Either you can press tab or mouse means double click. Mouse is double click, keyboard is tab. So let us press tab. Tab, open bracket. I told you that three inputs are available. Lookup value. Lookup value. Lookup value means which is your input. Employee number. Employee number is my input. X lookup, open bracket, employee number. That's our input. Comma. Lookup array. What is lookup array? Lookup array is select the range where we have the lookup value on the source. So go to the source. Go to the source, Control tab, where we have the lookup value. The lookup value is in the column number B. Don't select the entire column. It may slow down your system speed. Anyway, X lookup is very faster compared to VLOOKUP, but still, if you are selecting 10 lakh rows, it may slow down. So select only this range. With the heading, without heading is your wish. Your wish. But follow the same thing. Here, if you are selecting with the heading, next also you have to select with the heading. One with the heading, one without heading. Don't do that, it may throw an error. Follow the same thing. So I am selecting with the heading. Say for I am selecting with the heading. How can I select it till the end? Till the end. Control Shift down arrow. So only that range where we have the employee number. That's all. Select the range where we have the employee number. Comma. Third one, return array. Return array is which you want it as an output. I want this designation as an output. Select this designation. From top to bottom or bottom to top. Both are same. Both are same. Let me select the designation column. Control Shift up arrow. With the heading. Because there also I selected heading. Here also you have to select the heading. There without heading, here with the heading means it will throw an error. That's it. So X lookup, what is your input? Input is employee number, comma, where is the input on the source table? What is the output on the source table? That's all. Close bracket. If you are not closing the bracket also, no worries. Excel will close it automatically. If you want to close it, you can close it. Enter or Control Enter. It shows the designation of this employee. This employee is a supervisor. Very simple. No need to go for VLOOKUP function. I'll copy and check and I'll repeat it again also. I double click. How can I copy it on the bottom? Just go to the corner edge and make a double click. It shows the designation for all the employees. Repeating it again. Equal to X lookup. What is my input? Employee number, comma. Where is my source table? Go to the source table. Select only the range of this employee number, control shift down arrow, comma, select the range which you want it as an output. I want the designation as an output. Select this column of designation. So where is your input and where is your output? That's all. Bracket close. If you are not closing the bracket also, no worries. Excel will close it. Enter or control enter. It shows the designation of all the employees. Got it? Already used VLOOKUP. You know how XLOOKUP is very easier. Was already used to VLOOKUP, you know the pain of using VLOOKUP. Now the XLOOKUP is very easy. We'll see furthermore advantage of this XLOOKUP. Furthermore, there are more advantages on this XLOOKUP also. Okay? Yes. No problem. If it is in the same location, no problem. If you change the location, then there may be a problem. If you change instead of D drive, you change it to F or some other, then you have to go to data, workbook link. That link will be here. Go here and update that link. Change source and change your new source. If you have changed the path, if you are changing the file name, if it is in the same path, no problem. If it is in D drive now, it's in D drive now, no issue, it will match. Suppose you are cutting the file and moving it to some other location, then you have to do this. Go to workbook data, workbook link. Under workbook link, there is a 3 dot and go to change source. And where is our next source? We have to select that new source. Either pay special or the same thing. Go to workbook link, there is a button called as break link, break all. Break the link and send it. Both are same. Pay special as a value or break link. What is post pay? How do we pay special as a value? First you have to copy. Control C, then Control Shift V, new shortcut key. Control Shift V, straight away paste as a value. Control Alt V, then you have to select values. Straight away press Control Shift V. I think yesterday I showed a list of shortcut key, right? That this is the last shortcut key because it's very new shortcut key. Recently this shortcut key was added. That could be the last shortcut key on the list which I shared yesterday. Control Shift V. Okay. Today I believe we are going to straight away start with power play only. Find out the department and find out the branch. Both. Two lookups. You have to write two lookups. One lookup for finding the department. Another lookup for finding the branch. So write a lookup to find the department. Write a lookup to find the branch. Finding the branch is not possible when you are using VLOOKUP function, but in XLOOKUP you can do this. Finding branch is possible in XLOOKUP. VLOOKUP you cannot do this. XLOOKUP you can do this. So find the department and find the branch. H you cannot use. How can you X, that's what I'm saying. X, where is the branch? No, this is not branch. What's the department? I want branch. Yes, I will. Yes. Probably first, but you're finishing last. Yes, yes, right. Okay, equal to X lookup, employee number, comma, comma, master sheet. Select the employee number range, only that range where we have the employee number, comma. Select the range where we have the department. Control Shift up arrow. Select the range of employee number, select the range of department. That's all. So we got the department here. Same thing for branch. Equal to uh, same thing, nothing new. Here we are selecting the designation column, department column. That's all, nothing new here. I'm not teaching new formula, the old one. X lookup, employee number, comma, select the employee number range, comma, select the branch range. Left to right, right to left. Both are possible when you are going for X lookup. Done? Equal to X lookup, which is our input, employee number, comma. Where is this input on the source? This range. Select only that range, comma, which you want it as an output. Now assume I want branch. So select that branch range. Sir, any challenges? Got it? with the help of this, as I told, it's easy to use, it's very simple, it's very faster also. VLOOKUP, we have to select the entire range, then we have to number the columns, it's very complicated and it will work very slowly. It may increase your file size. Next is, let us go to the sheet number 12. In sheet number 12, we have the transaction ID, transaction date, product code, defect code. Now, what I want you all to do is, I want you all to bring the product name here. So bring the product name. When you copy it on the bottom, it may throw an error. If it is throwing an error, no problem. I will tell you how to handle it. Where is the source data? This source data is in the next immediate sheet. Next sheet. Next sheet itself, you can see that product details are available. Not in a separate file. Next sheet. It's on the next immediate sheet. After exercise number 12, the next sheet is products. So product is available as a next sheet. So write a XLOOKUP function to get the product name. Very simple. If it is throwing an error, when you copy it on the bottom, then we'll see how to solve it. So bring the product name here. The data is available on the next immediate sheet. Next sheet. I told you next sheet. Next sheet is first. There may be some error. There may be some error. Starting itself error, then formula is a problem. When you copy it on the bottom, you should get it. You didn't select the entire range. You have selected only one. You select only one select, you search it in only once. That is not the entire. Input, you didn't select which is input itself. Here, here I think the employee master. That is the one. Error will be there. Okay, no problem. We'll solve the error. First itself error. First, middle error. Okay. Yeah, both you have selected C10, C10. 10 is the input. Where is the output? This first, this second. D10, there. Middle error. Okay, no problem. Then it's correct. It's correct. When you copy it on bottom, there will be error. I will solve it. There will be some error. No problem. We'll solve it. Now, equal to X lookup. Where is my input? Which is the input here? Product code, comma, master sheet. Where is the product code in this table? You have to select that product code because lookup array. First is lookup value, second one is lookup array. Lookup array means where is that lookup value in this master table? This data. Control shift down arrow, comma. Which is my output? Output is product name, left hand side. This is possible only in XLOOKUP. It's not possible in VLOOKUP. But the problem is when I select this product name and I close bracket and enter, it's showing a turbocharger kit, perfect. But when I copy this on the bottom, it is throwing some error. Why it is throwing error? Normally NA. What is meant by NA? NA is not available or not applicable. Let me check whether this particular product PC002 is available or not. Yes. When I go to the products table, actually it's available. Actually it's a second product. So it's not giving the right result. But when you do this in the same sheet earlier, exercise number 11, we didn't get any error when you copy it on bottom. But here we are getting an error when you copying it on the bottom if your source data is in the same file. Different file, no problem. Same file, what will happen? Even if you write a VLOOKUP also, this error will appear. Even if you write a VLOOKUP also. For example, but VLOOKUP, you cannot find the product name itself. VLOOKUP also, you will get an error. The reason is, there is no dollars here. If you have a dollar, last session, exercise number 11, the dollar is automatically inserted by Excel. But here there is no dollar. That's why it's throwing an error. If you are using the old version of Excel, we have to apply a dollars. But latest version, that's not required. Delete this formula and recreate a new formula. Because if you already there is a formula, if you are writing next formula, it will show you something like spill error. Spill error. Either delete it and rewrite it or write it in some other column here. Don't disturb this. Or delete it and rewrite it. Let me delete this. I will delete this. Now, equal to X lookup. This is the advantage or this is the power of using X lookup. What are we going to do now is lookup value, which is my lookup value. Earlier session, what we did is we have selected only one cell where we have the lookup value. Now, for the first time, we are going to select the entire range of lookup value, entire range. Normally, VLOOKUP, what it will do is, it will select the first product and go there and search it. Second product, go there and search it. Third product, go there. Every time it will go to the master and search it. Now, what we are going to do is, go one time, search all the product and bring it at one time. So, it will be very faster, very simpler, very easier also. So, one time I want to get all the products, which is possible only in 365. Old version, it's not possible. Select the entire product code here, entire product code. Select the entire product code, comma. Go to the master sheet. Here also select the entire product code. With the heading, without heading is your wish. Select the entire product code, comma. Select the entire product name. That's all. Now you can see what will happen. No error. No error. Without error. No need to copy your formulas also. The formula will get copied automatically on the bottom. Automatically your formula is copied on the bottom. No errors also. Very faster also. You can see if you go to the next row on the top, there is a formula graded out. There is no formula actually. If you go here and you click here, there is no formula. The formula is written only on the first cell. Based on the first cell, it's giving the report for everything. So one time it is going to the master and fetching all the product names straight away here. So very faster. Instead of every time going and getting, one time get everything back. That's the power of this X lookup. I repeat the process again. Equal to X lookup. Select the entire product code here. Come on. Go back to the master. Here also select the entire product code. Come on. Select the entire product code here. Product name here. That's all. No need to copy and paste. It automatically copies and pastes your formula and it's very faster without the error. I did twice. I am doing it again. X lookup. Select the entire product. Come on. Here, select the entire product. Come on. Select the entire product code. Product name. That's all. Instead of selecting one product, we are selecting all the products. That's the only difference. Last session, we selected only one. Here, we are selecting everything. So, one stroke, all the formulas will get displayed. Yes. Why the error is coming? Because of the dollar. For example, I'll write the formula without selecting the entire table. I select only one product here, right? Come on. And I go to the master sheet, select this product code. Come on. Now I select the product code, product name here. Even this error will appear when you write a VLOOKUP also. Why? Why it's appearing is, in the first product, you can see that your data is searching from D11 to D77. Correct? So it will search your data from D10 to D77. That means it will search it from the start till the end. First product. Second product, when I come down, if you are not using dollar, what will happen is the D10 will turn into D11. Here you can see D10 is turning into D11. So second product, it will search only from D11. Third product, what's happening is, when you come to the third product, you can see here D12 to D79. That means second product, it will search only from D12, from here. It will omit that first product. So go like this, means it will omit the first three products. So that's why it's showing an error. So when I come here, what's happening is this area. It is searching only from D13. Here it is searching only from D13. Where is my source data? It's above D13. That's why it's showing. So every time it has to search from first to last. Old version you have to put a dollar. Latest version, go there, one time it will fetch everything. One time it will go entire table and search everything and bring it everything one time. That's an advantage of the latest. This is better. What we did is better now. And one small tip, sir. It's a new feature. For example, when I place the cursor, sometimes even I will get confused, where is my cursor now? Actually, my cursor is at column number D and row number 17. Manually, I have to check somewhere else in between. Sometimes due to the coloring, due to your screen resolution, we don't know where is my cursor placed. So what we do is latest feature, view. Go to the view tab. Under view tab, there is an option called as focus cell. Focus cell. Just to click on that focus cell. So you can see it will show you the line. It will show you that maybe in my system I'm getting green. You can change the color also. For example, focus cell color. I'll put a dark color here, maybe blue. So it will indicate where is my cursor. My cursor is at column number D. My cursor is at row number 22. So to identify where you have placed your cursor. So this is a new feature. Focus cell. Where is your focus? You can switch off this focus also. Focus cell. Go to view tab. Click on focus. Because sometimes you will get confused. Where is our cell actually? In which row? In which cell? View and focus. Go to view tab and click on focus. I don't know what is the color you are getting default. Green. If you want to change the color, go to the arrow mark of that focus cell. Focus cell. Change the color. Green means you can put it as green also.
Because value is same, return value will be having different outcome.
One, you are saying one product, you will, same product code is repeated twice. Then we have to follow another method. Next. XLOOKUP will not work. There is one more method. XLOOKUP, what it will do is it will fetch the first data. Suppose one is available here, one is available here. First one it will fetch. Even VLOOKUP also. First one it will fetch. But I want both. That's next part.
Sir, we have work in right. We have received the price of
You have to rewrite it again. Delete VLOOKUP and write XLOOKUP.
For example, if
That's what I told. That's a question he has asked. One product code, two or three, I want both means that's a different answer. You cannot use XLOOKUP. Next session we are going to see that. I want to get both. Or I have three. I want four. You can get it. That's next part. Next, after this we'll see. Okay. Now, really a data is having an error. For example, I'll delete this. For him, I written this. This is correct actually. Now assume that, let me type a dummy product here. For example, P003 is available, so it's finding and matching it. Assume I'm going to modify this product. I'm typing some dummy product here. For example, PC1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some dummy product. This product is really not available on the master. It's not at all available on the master. So, it's saying NA. I don't like this NA. Instead of NA, can I display some other message? Not found, not available, zero, empty, some message. I want to display my own message here. So I have typed a dummy product. Wantedly, manually I typed some dummy product to check if there is a error. So this product is not available. That's why it's showing NA. So what I will do is just go to the same XLOOKUP, go to the last, before the bracket. Before the bracket, comma. Just put a comma and type the message what you want. If you want to type a numerical value, just type it. 1, 2, 3 means 0 means you can put a 0. But if you want to type an alphabetical character, all the alphabetical characters should be enclosed with double quotes. Not only in Excel, common for all the software in the world. You can open any software in the world, C, C++, Java, latest Python, any software in the world. If you are putting a text inside a formula or a function, it should be within double quotes. Where is that double quotes? On your keyboard, next to L, semicolon. Next to that semicolon, shift and then double quotes. You have to press the shift key and double quotes and type the message what you want. Suppose I am going to give a message called as no data. Double quotes close. That's it. Enter or control enter. If the data is available, it will find you the data. If the data is not available, it will say no data.
Sir, so this each and every like item or for one?
One time, it was automatically copied. I did it and entered it as automatically copied. Even we didn't copy this formula, it's automatically done. Because at a time we are fetching all the product one time. Not required. You can go here and change it. For example, this product is not a something. Okay?
this no data will be applicable for only that cell.
That entire column. That's what she has asked. I told you. Somewhere else, bottom type some dummy number. Hmm. Okay? With the help of this, maybe bring the price I want to bring the price. Then I want to bring the maybe the stock location. Same thing, same thing. Bring the price and bring the stock location. And you have to do one more thing here. If there is a error, then here in price you have to display a 0. In price, if there is a error in price, suppose I have typed a dummy product, there will be price will be error. I don't want the error. Instead of error, get a 0. But here there is a error. For a stock location, if there is a error, then display not available. You have to display a message called as not available. Or you display a message called as not available. Yes, not available. Spelling is mistake for the not available, you change it. Price, stock location. Yes. If there is no data, it has to display not available. You have to write the formula. If there are not, you have to write the formula. For this, you have to put 0. Price should be 0. Not available. Price is a number. So you have to put a 0. Write for dummy and do that. I want to use that instead. Not available. Price should be 0, sir. Not a 0 there. I don't want to. For price is a number, right? For a price, you do not put not available. Price is a number. Next one, stop. Here, not available. Not available. Not available. Yes. Stock location. Third time I'm talking. Yeah, I get it. Because you would have given double quotes. For 0, no double quotes. You should not give double quotes for 0. Why come a double quotes for 0 and you didn't select the entire table? So you selected only D11. You had to select the table. X lookup. You are typing lookup. Yeah. System is not working. NA, you should not display NA, 0. Go here and type 0. Click here. Formula. Select the formula. First, comma, last, go to the last comma 0. double quotes not found. Select the entire table. Correct. Still she didn't get any score. Topper. One of the top. Ah, you have to record. You didn't do it as of now. Okay. Equal to X lookup entire product code. Entire product code. Comma. Go to the product sheet. Here also select the entire product code. Comma. And select the entire price. Comma, if there is a error. I told you even though there is a type of dummy product and try that. Comma 0. If there is a error, we have to put a 0. So you can see this product is not available. It will show you the 0. 0, don't put the 0 in double quotes. I have seen some people are putting a 0 in double quotes because 0 is not a text, it's a number. So just type 0. Equal to X lookup. Select the same product code again, comma, go to the master sheet, next sheet, select the same product code again here, comma, what is the next one? Location. Select the location again, comma. If not found, what we have to do? I have to display not found. So put a double because it's a text. All the text should be in double quotes. So not available. Close quotes, close bracket. Right. Now.
So when we are selecting second and
Yes, of course. But both you have to select without data. But it should be proper, even. One with the heading, another without heading means it will throw error. Both should be without header. But selecting will be tough, so that's why I am selecting the heading. One cell doesn't make a difference, that I am selecting the heading. Now, the next one is also which you are going to try. Next sheet file. Already you have opened that employee master file, right? On the same master file, there is one more sheet available. Defect details. In defect details, you can see defect category, severity reported by priority department, defect code, root cause, corrective action, preventive action, downtime, inspection, shift reported by inspection frequency, the batch number, impact. There are so many available. So what I want you to do here is very simple. I want you to find out the defect category. Only one. Let us bring only one without the error. If there is a error, then display a message called as not found. Display a message called as not found. Defect category. But here the challenge is the data is not in column wise, data is in row wise. Data is in row wise. So you decide where is the data and how to write a formula. You try. Yes. There should be no error. If there is a error, display a message not found. Bring the defect category without error. If there is a error, display the message not found. Formula. Show me the formula. Formula. You got the heading also. But write the formula on the top. Data is in row wise, not in column wise. Then not found is a text. Get not found. Sorry, I had to go there. Formula. Not found. All are error. Yes. NA. That should not appear. That's what I told. It is NA not found, you will message not found. Do it. Formula. If you delete the it all are singles only. Top were yesterday. Singles. Second one, the singles. Was the top yesterday, right? That you will break the record 168. If it is ready, not found. You have to display a message, not found. Go to the top. Huh? That's all. No V, no H. You should work right to left, left to right, any direction. No if errors. Without error. Laptop. Laptop is not open. Why? You are having the same. Why you are having a different one? The same file you downloaded yesterday. Yes, got the wrong file. When you downloaded this file? Same file. Ask him to send this file. Formula. Okay. Equal to X lookup. Select the entire defect code column here. Comma. Master sheet. Here we have to select the defect code row. Entire row. Comma. Here also the entire row of defect category. Data is in row wise, that's all. There it's column wise, here it's row wise. Comma. If the data is not found, we have to display a message called as not found. That's all. Bracket close, enter. The data is available, it will find you the data. If the data is not available, it will show you the message called as not found. You tell me wherever the message is not found, I want to put a red. How can I do that? If the data is not found, I want to highlight it in a red color. Home tab, yesterday we did it. Today also, morning also I told this. Conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, equal to not found. If it is not found, I will put a red. 0 means I can put a red, not found I can put a red. So wherever my defect category is not found, we are getting a red color. So VLOOKUP is not required, HLOOKUP is not required, dollar is not required, if error is not required. So all the things we have solved by writing XLOOKUP. Let us move to the sheet number 13. In sheet number 13, we have a name, loan amount, name and loan amount. And we are going to find out what could be the processing fees. Processing fees. For example, here if the loan amount is between 0 to 1 lakh, the processing fees is 0%. 1 lakhs to 2 lakh is 0.5%. 2 lakhs to 3 lakh is 1%. 3 lakhs to 5 lakh is 1.2. 5 lakh to 7 lakh 50 is 1.5. 7 lakh 50 to 10 lakh is 1.75. 10 lakh to 15 lakh is 2%. 15 to 20 lakh is 2.25%. More than 20 lakh is 2.5%. So here I have to display the processing fees. For example, let us take the first person, Balachandran. What could be the processing fees for Balachandran here as per the data? 2.50 because its loan amount is 24 lakhs. So normally what people will do is for this kind of data, they will write a if function. If greater than 1 lakh, this is the percentage. Another if greater than 2 lakh, this is the percentage. Greater than 3 lakh, which is very complicated. So we can avoid this and we can write the same XLOOKUP itself. Same XLOOKUP we can solve it. Equal to XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP loan amount. Select, because that's my input, loan amount. I can select the entire loan amount also, because when you copy it on the bottom, it may throw the error. Same file, same sheet, last session only we did it. Same file, same sheet means it will throw an error. I don't want the error, so I select the entire row, entire column. Lookup, XLOOKUP, select the entire range of my input. My input is the loan amount, comma. Lookup array, which is my lookup array? Which is the lookup array here? This one. This one. Okay, this is my first input, comma. Which is the output? Processing fees. I need the output as processing fees. Fees is my output. Input is the loan amount. Output is my processing fees. Here is a challenge, comma. If not found. If not found. This is a numerical character. If not found, what we are going to do? 0. Let us put a 0, comma. This is the first change we are going to, first time we are going to use this, comma. As of now, everything is exact match. Same employee number, I want exactly that employee designation, employee department. Product code, I want the same product code. Defect code, I want the same defect code. Here it's not exact. Here it should be approximately between 0 to 1. Approximately 1 to 2 lakhs. Approximately 2 to 3 lakhs. Approximately 3 to 5 lakhs. And there is two options available, -1 and 1. 0 is exact. -1 and 1. What is the difference between -1 and 1? -1, exact match with the next smaller item. That means next smaller item. Your data is arranged in smaller to larger. Whether your data is in ascending order. If the data is in ascending order, you have to say -1. If your data is in a descending order, that means 20 lakhs is on the top, then we have 15 lakhs, then we have 20. Your data should be in some order, either ascending or descending. It should be in some order. Without ordering it, you cannot do it. It should be in some order. So here tell me whether we can use -1 or 1 here. -1, because my data is in ascending order. So type -1. That's all. Close the bracket and I say enter here. We got 0.25. 0.25 is 2.5 actually. How can I change this data? Entire data, I will repeat it again. Before that, how can I change the entire data into percentage format? Control Shift 5. Very good. Control Shift 5. But there is a small problem in Control Shift 5. It's showing the number percentage without decimal places. 0.50. 1.25 means it's rounding it as 2. 1.75 means it's rounding it as 2. I don't want it. So Control Shift 5, percentage without the decimals. But if you want with the decimal, Control 1, format cell, select this percentage. In this format cell, you can see the percentage with this decimal place of 2. If you want the decimal place of 2, then you have to press Control 1 and change it to percentage. Okay, before that I am repeating the same formula another time. Equal to, actually to be open, to be precise, this data is dummy. Even you can delete this data also. Just for our reference, that column is available. Actually, that column is not at all required for us. It's a dummy data. So only this it will calculate 0 to 1, 1 to 2 lakh, 2 lakh to 3 lakh, 3 lakh to 4 lakh, 4 lakh to something. So it's calculated on this range, not by this column. This is a dummy column. Even if you delete the column also, nothing will happen. Equal to XLOOKUP. Select the entire range of loan amount, comma. Here also the entire range of loan amount, comma, what's my output? I want the output as processing fees, comma, 0. Why are we giving 0? 0 is for not found, if the data is not found. Suppose if the data is not found, I don't want to do anything, nothing. Not found means not found. Error, show me the error. Then just put a comma. Just leave it empty. Don't do anything, put a comma. If you don't want to do anything, just put a comma. But I recommend to do something here. 0, comma, 0 is exact match. As of now, from the morning, we are using exact match. Now, approximate match. Whether approximate match, whether the data is in ascending, you have to say -1. Descending, you have to say 1. My data is in ascending. So, let us say -1. Close bracket, enter. Control Shift 5 will give you the percentage without decimals. I want it with the decimals. So, Control 1, percentage. That's all. We got the percentage here. 2.5, 2.52. So we can avoid the if function also. If you know XLOOKUP very well, avoid if function. VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, index match. Index match is right to left, that also not required. And dollar is not required, cell referencing. If error is not required. If function is also not required if you use XLOOKUP. So from today, start using lookup. If you're already using VLOOKUP, stop it and start using XLOOKUP. Okay? For a training program like this, you have to do two things. Learn a new thing and unlearn the old one. Unlearn the old one. Traditionally, you would have used Control A for shortcut key for selecting the table. But today, I told you Control Shift A, asterisk. You would have used VLOOKUP. I am asking you to use XLOOKUP. Start using XLOOKUP. Done? Maybe the last part of this lookup. What I want you all to do here is the next sheet. When I go to the next sheet, sheet name is 14. Transaction ID, location, date, order amount. You are going to find out the commission percentage. You are going to find the commission percentage here. One more is you have to find out the status also. But where is the source data for this? How can I find the commission percentage? What is the condition for it? The same sheet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. H, after H, there is no I, J, K, L, M, N, O. There is no I, J, K. So what you do is, select this H and T, because in between that H and T, some columns are hidden. No shortcut keys for unhiding. Hiding, we have a shortcut key. No shortcut key for unhiding. Select this H and T, right click, and hide. Right click and hide. Yes. There is a table available. Order amount 1000 to 2000. 2% is this. Heading is wrong here. It's not discount. It's commission. It's a commission percentage. So you have to find out the commission percentage and you have to find out the status also. Both royalty status and commission percentage. Both you have to find it based on this table. Based on this table, find out the commission percentage as well as the royalty status by writing XLOOKUP. Challenge is here the data is in column row wise. Select both, sir. You are not selecting both. Right click. Done it. Both. Select both, sir. Right click. Unhide. Type -1.
Done, sir. Done, sir. Sir.
Yes. Change it to percentage. Status. Hide the status. MEN, wait. Now at 0. That should not be. It's there. 12,700. That should be some status. No, you did only one. Commission percentage is okay. Status. Status. First 0. Why? Where is -1? Type -1. Not error 0 and -1. You have to, at last you have to put -1 for approximate.
Done, sir. Done, sir. Done.
Change it to percent. All are 0. So you should get some value. Next,
Done, sir. Done, sir. Done, sir.
I will next single. Same thing, same one. Anytime. Okay, equal to X lookup. Select the order amount, entire order amount, comma. Here it's in row wise. So select the entire order amount here, rows, comma. Commission percentage. Select the entire row of commission percentage. If there is a error, when there is a error, if the order amount is less than 0, because it's starting from 1000. If it is less than 0, it will throw an error. So I don't want an error, so I will put a 0 here because it's a number, percentage or number 0, comma. How is your data? Whether your data is in ascending order or the data is in a descending order. My data is in a ascending order, 1000, 2000. So we have to say -1. That's all. Close bracket or enter. Yes. 0.25 means 25%. 12,700. More than 10,000 is 25%. How can I change it to percentage format? Control Shift 5. Very good. Same process for status. Equal to X lookup. Select the entire order amount, comma, and let me select the entire commission order amount here, comma, royalty status here, comma. If error, what you want to do? You can put a 0 or you can do something, but I don't want to do anything here. I don't want to do anything, you can leave it, or I want display empty. If there is no status, put it empty. So what I can do is, I can put two double quotes, one double quote, one double quotes. That means if the data is not there, it will display empty. The cell will be empty, no error or nothing, empty, comma, -1. -1 is exact match. Close bracket for approximate match in ascending order. That's all. You can see if the data is not available, it is showing empty here, empty. Or you can put some message, not found, not available, 0. That's your wish. That's all. If the data will not be there, it shows empty. Right? So we have seen how to use XLOOKUP, VHX, approximate, exact. If someone has asked for this, if it is one data, one transaction ID, it will give you the report. Suppose same transaction ID is repeated multiple times. For example, exercise number 15. You can see same invoice number is displayed multiple times. 3112 is twice available. When you write XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP, it will find, suppose I want to know 3112 customer or which is the product. VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP will get only the first product, wireless keyboard. But I want all the 4 products. How to do this? That's going to be our next topic. And what if analysis. Which one? Same thing. Only thing is, this is in column wise, this is in row wise. Equal to XLOOKUP, select the entire order amount, total order amount, comma, here entire order amount, always, comma, which you want, royal status, entire row. If this data is going to give a error, comma, what are we going to do? You can put a 0 or you can say not found some message. I'm just displaying empty. So, or you can put not found there also, your wish. Comma, how is your data? Whether it's in an ascending order, descending order. My data is in an ascending order. So, you have to say -1. Exact match with next smaller. -1. That's all. Last session for this I have added a 0 because it's a number. It's a text, that's why I'm putting double quotes. Or you can type something inside this also, your wish. Superb. As I told, next how to get the multiple values. If same value is repeated multiple times, how to get it. And then we are going to see about forecasting, what if analysis. 16 and 17 is about forecasting. 18 we have to start the pivot table. So probably we'll start the exercise number 15 after our strategic timeout. 15 minutes. I am stopping the pausing that recording. Let us move on to the next sheet, exercise number 15. As I indicated, in VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP, if some values are repeated multiple times, let us take this as an example. Invoice number, same invoice number is available multiple times. When you go for VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP, if I'm searching for the employees or invoice number, I want what is the product for this invoice number. VLOOKUP, what it will do is, it will search only the first data. Wireless keyboard, but I want all the 4 here. And unfortunately, in invoice number you can have 4. In some invoice number you may have 1, some may have 3, some may have more than 4 or 5 also. So if I write a formula, I should get everything here, all the details. I want, as I told, 3112. I want all the product name, all the item name, all the unit of measures, all the quantity, all the unit cost, everything. So we have a new function available. You can write it in same sheet, you can get it in some other sheet also. Two things we will do. One is hard coding. What is hard coding? We can manually write the invoice number. Second one is I can have the invoice number in some other cell and refer it also. I recommend the second one, but we'll do both. We'll do both. First, there is a specific function available, a new function available in the latest version. The function name is, I think you would have heard this feature, but not a function. Function is new. Function name is filter. Filter, F-I-L-T-E-R, filter, open bracket. Filter, open bracket. Open bracket, array. Array means the data. So I think the table, entire table. So array is the entire table. Control shift right arrow, control shift down arrow. Entire table. Select the entire table. Filter, open bracket, select the entire table. I am selecting the entire table, open bracket, comma. Comma, what are we going to do? So as I told, I want to fetch a particular invoice number here. Particular invoice number. Which invoice number? Let us now hard code it. Hard code means manually I am going to type it. Later we will refer it. First manually we will type it. So filter A10 to H839, full table. Comma, include. In this filter, which you want? I want the invoice number, a particular invoice number. I want the invoice, particular invoice number. So, comma, select the column of your invoice number. That column. The entire column where we have the invoice number. I want to filter the table where this invoice number column, select that invoice number column is equal to wherever I have a particular invoice number. Which invoice number? Type that invoice number. As I told, next we will see how to refer it. Now I am going to type the invoice number. What is my invoice number? 3112. Just for example, I will type 3112. Enter. Yes. So we got only that invoice number. What are all the details available in that invoice number? So invoice number, I have the customer name, I have the product name, I have the list of product names, numbers and totals, everything. So let us change it and check. Instead of 3112, I am changing 3114. Yes. It shows me details of 3114. Let me have a bigger one. I think 3121. So 3121. Instead of 3124, I said 3121. So it says 3121 here. But how can I refer this? Next we will see. I will repeat the formula again. Equal to filter. Select the entire table. Entire table. Control shift right, control shift down. Comma. And based on which column you want to do this? Based on which column? So I want to base this on invoice number. Select that invoice number column. In this invoice number, which data you want? First select the entire table, comma, select the invoice number, comma, based on what? Equal to that invoice number. That's all. Close bracket. If you are not closing bracket also, no worries, Excel will close it. Yes. This is one area we got the output. But instead of this, what I will do is, in some other location, maybe at J1 and J2, I am typing the invoice number here, 3112. Or whatever the invoice number I type here. Based on this, this should change automatically. Whatever the invoice number I type here, it should change automatically here. So what we do is, just edit the formula. Go to the formula. What we did is filter entire table, comma, the invoice number column equal to that invoice number. We hard coded it, we typed it. Instead of typing that invoice number, delete that invoice number, select the cell where we have typed that invoice number. Very simple. Instead of manually typing the invoice number, select the cell where we have already entered some cell, your wish. I am selecting some cell and select that cell. So whatever it's available in the cell, it will be filtered here. Yes. Let me check whether it's working fine. So I will select something like 3117. 3117. So it shows 3117 details. 3121. It It shows 3121 details. So whatever you type based on this, entire data will get displayed. 3132. Last what we did is we have typed the invoice number. 1 minute. Sir. If you write XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP, it will fetch only the first data. If you write a VLOOKUP. In VLOOKUP, I want to know what is the product name. It will find only the first product if you're writing a VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. But this will find all the details. And that's an advantage of this. 1 minute. I will finish up. They are asking. Instead of typing this 3112, we have manually typed that 3112. Correct? Delete that 3112. Select the cell where I have typed that 3112. That's all. Yes. The filter, your entire table will get collapsed here. I want the output in some other area. Another page. But why we are writing VLOOKUP? It's already available. We can filter VLOOKUP and find the data also. Why are we writing VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP? To get the data in some other area. Same like here. You can filter it, but I want the output in some other area. I want to display the output in some other area. That's the reason we are doing. But type the invoice number in some other area and refer it. Delete the 3112 and select where we have already typed that invoice number. That cell. Type that invoice number in some other cell, your wish. Got it? Done. As I indicated, this is the new feature, which is not possible in earlier versions. As I told, only one data can be applied if you are using VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP or XLOOKUP. But here, multiple data can be displayed here. That's the advantage. Now, what I want you to try is, I'll delete this. That's what. Not we do. You are going to try. You are going to try now. I want you to filter. And I explain the same formula again. I explained more than 3 times. Yeah, sorry. Anything. 1 minute. They asked me to repeat that again. I'll finish this, then I will tell you. Filter. Select the entire table. Comma. Select the invoice number column. Only that column is equal to. One is type the invoice number manually. What is the invoice number you want? But that is not dynamic. Every time you have to type it manually. Instead, what I recommend is select the cell where we have already typed that invoice number. Here I typed that invoice number, right? Select it. That's very simple. Or you can manually type it also. 3112, 3112. That's tedious. Every time you have to type it. Instead, I refer the cell. That's all. This is one. And someone has asked, you want to do it for item type. Okay. So let me delete this. Item type is a text character. So what we have to do now? Item text character means equal to filter. Select the entire table. Comma. Which column you have to select now? This item type column is equal to double quotes because it's a text character. Number means you can straight away type it. Double text means you have to put a double quote. For example, I want furniture. So double quote. It's not required to be capital and smaller. It's not case sensitive, but your spelling should be correct. Furniture. Sorry. The spelling should be correct. Enter. So we got only the furniture details. Select the cell. Type the cell in somewhere else and select. That's better always. The same thing, sir. Only thing is double quotes. Since it's a text, you have to put a double quotes. Number means you can straight away type it. Since it's a text, you have to put a double quotes. Equal to filter, select the entire table, comma, select the column where we have this item type is equal to which item type you want. Double quotes since it's a text character. Suppose I want office supplies, office supplies. Since it's a text character, put it in double quotes. Or type it in some other cell and refer it. Type it in some other cell and refer it. Hold, there will be some data, delete it. It will not fitting. There is some data on the bottom. Delete or do it in some other area. There is already a data available. That's why it's showing spilling. Spilling means there is no space to display the data. Spelling should be correct. If you are writing short form, that means spelling is a problem. Or else I will tell you one more tip here. How many item types are there? Suppose you have only 2 or 3 means, I think I have computer supplies, I have office supplies, I have furniture. So what I will do is, since it's not part of our session, also I will explain this. Place the cursor somewhere else here. I copy this and I put it here. Maybe at L1. Here I want to display the item type. What are all the item types? Computer supplies, software product, office supplies, furniture. I think we have 4 things here. Yeah, I believe we have 4 things. Or I can filter it and check also. How many are there? Computer supplies, furniture, office supplies, software product. So now what I will do is place the cursor here. Place the cursor in some cell. Go to data tab. Under data tab, you can see there is an option called as data validation. Go to data validation. Maybe in your system the screen size may be smaller. The data validation may be a small icon like this. You can see a small icon here. Data validation, small icon here. Below the remove duplicates. Next to text to column, there is data validation. Click on the data validation. Any cell, some cell. Go to data, click on data validation. Or Alt A V V. Alt A V V. Shortcut key for data validation. Go to list. Go to that list. Select list. Under list, type all the item type here. What are all the item types? Suppose I want furniture. Spelling should be correct. Furniture, comma. Spelling mistake. Not required. Here not required. In this, what do you call it? Data validation, it's not required. Straight away you can type it. Furniture, comma, what is the next one? Office, comma, office supplies, comma, software products. Like this I am typing it here. Or you can type it and select it also. Comma, what is the next one? Computer supplies. Computer supplies. So what is the advantage? What is the purpose of doing like this? The advantage is, if I say OK, you can see a drop down will be created. If I click on it, all the names will be displayed. Now it's easy. So all the displayed here. Now what I will do is, formula, filter, D11, D10 to D89. I typed office supplies. Now I delete it. Instead of typing office supplies, what I can do? Select this cell. Select that cell. Select. Now it will throw error because nothing is there. Select the cell. Now the drop down is there. Click it. If I want furniture, click furniture. It shows furniture report. Office supplies report. Software product report. Computer supplies report. So what I did is data validation. List, I typed it. Instead of manually typing it, I typed it. So this, what is the advantage of the data validation is, it will display. If we click on drop down, it will display the names of that item type. So based on this selection, you can see it's automatically changing there. Select furniture, select furniture. If you select software product, it shows software product. If you select computer supplies, it shows the computer supplies. Whatever you select displays automatically. So instead of typing it manually, I selected the cell where we have typed it. Okay. Huh? Data, data validation, list. Select list and type it. You have to select it. There is a drop down here. Click here and select list. Any value instead of that list. Data validation. Referring cell is not required. If you are manually typing it, then you have to put a double quotes. Spelling, correct spelling. You have to type it the correct spelling. The space, you can include the space also. Space is a spelling mistake. Try with the two, then try with the. Okay. Come on. Come on, where is come on? Left it, come on. Come on. Here only, last only you have to put equal. Double quotes, but you didn't select it properly. Select the heading here, you didn't select the heading. Just see 10 here. Follow the same procedure. Double quotes, what do you want? Which product you want? Suppose type files. Double quotes close, bracket close. There are some disk boxes. This is not your task. Okay. Yes, please. Now, what I want you all to try is not in some area, not in same area, do it in some other area. Filter the table using the filter function. Filter the table where the total cost is greater than. Let us take what is it? Maybe greater than 50,000. Wherever my total cost is greater than 50,000, I want to filter that table. Either hard code it, either you can do the hard coding, or you can refer it also. Either refer the cell where you have typed 50,000 or hard code it also. Yes, 50,000, not 550. Yes, I will come. Either hard code it or select the cell where we have entered 50,000. Both are same. Hard coded it. Can you refer it? Correct, but can you refer it? For the cell where you are typing. So show me the partner. You have referred it. You are referred or hard coded? Can you refer it? Reference or hard coding?
Yes, done.
Can you refer it?
Done, sir.
You are given the reference. Can you try with the reference? Some other cell. I will come. I will come. Show me the formula. Can you give a reference? Hard coding is okay. Give a reference. Reference or a reference. Next. Try with the reference. Yes. Reference. Only one score. That is the problem. Can you refer it instead of hard coding? Right. Reference or hard coding? Reference. Create. I'm saying creative. Only one score. Okay. I will do both. First, equal to filter, select the entire table, comma, select the column where we have the total cost, should be greater than 50,000. Select the entire table, comma, equal to also. If you want equal to also, you can add it. Greater than or equal to 50,000. This is hard coding, but I want to refer it. I already typed 50,000 here. I want to refer it. So delete that 50,000. Select the cell where we have the 50,000. What is the advantage and purpose of this? Suppose I want to know all the table wherever it's more than 1 lakh. So let me type 1 lakh here. 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh. So more than 1 lakh will be displayed. I want to type more than 2 lakhs. More than 2 lakhs will be displayed. So based on whatever you enter, everything will be displayed here. So whatever you type, based on that, changes dynamically. That's the advantage of this filter. So I recommend to refer it rather than manually typing it. The next level of lookup. As an indicator, lookup will fetch you only one data, but this filter will fetch you more than one data. You can see hundreds, thousands of rows and columns also. That's the advantage of this filter function. Okay. What if analysis, forecasting. 16 I am going to do, 17 which you are going to try. So please come to the exercise number 16. What if, forecasting, what will happen if it is like this? For an example, let us take this table. A small table, purchase price. Assume I am purchasing a product. Cost of sales, we are spending some expenses, 250. We are giving a discount and we are selling the product. We are giving a discount and selling the product. Now let us find what could be my profit. Based on the profit, we will see how to use the what if analysis. We are going to find out the profit. So find out the profit. What is the formula? The formula is very simple. Sales subtracted by everything. Subtracted by purchase price, subtracted by cost of sales, subtracted by discount on sales. Profit minus everything. Sales minus everything. Equal to select the sales price minus, subtract it, purchase price minus cost of sales minus 10 percentage of discount, 10 percentage on discount. So discounts are on sales. 10 percentage of discount on sales. So what we have to do now? B3 into sales price. Correct? If you want, you can put a bracket also. That B3 into B4, you can put a bracket, but I think that's not required. As per Bodmer's theory, first it will multiply, then only it will subtract. If you put a bracket also, no issues. That's your wish. Enter or control enter. So we have a profit of 370. Next we'll do the what if analysis. First write the formula, then we'll see how to get a what if analysis based on this. So sales price minus purchase price minus cost of sales minus discount on sales. Very simple. Based on this, the what if analysis next. Okay. Next we'll see the what if. Yes. Got it. Now assume this manually, I can say it's very tough or impossible also. Manually you have to calculate so many things, but Excel will do it for us. Assume I want 400 as a profit. I want to reach 400 as a profit. If I want 400 as a profit, what is the discount I can give? Reverse. If I want 400 as a profit, what is the discount I can give? I don't know. I want to calculate it. So place the cursor on profit because I want to calculate the profit. So if the profit is 400, what could be the discount? What could be the discount I can give if I want the profit as 400? What will be the discount if the profit as 400? What if? So place the cursor on profit, go to the data tab. There is a data tab. Under the data tab, there is a command called as what if analysis. What if? Forecasting. What if? So go to data, what if analysis. Three things are available. We'll see all the three things one by one. First, let us go to goal seek. If I want to achieve this goal, what is the thing I want to seek? If I want to achieve this goal. As I told you, if I want to achieve profit and loss, what will be my discount? The goal. So I want to achieve the goal as 400. So go to what if analysis, goal seek. Goal seek, set cell. Set cell means the cell where we have the profit. That's already selected. To value. To value means what is the value you want it here? What is the value you want it here? 400. By changing cell. If the B5 is 400, if I want B5 as 400, by changing cell. Which cell you want to change? Discount. That's it. Say OK, it will calculate and it will show you the discount should be 8%. So if you want to reach profit as 400, then you have to give a discount of 8%. So to accept it, OK. If you don't want to accept it, cancel. I repeat it again. I'm clicking on cancel. Go to data, what if analysis, goal seek, and to value is 400. By changing cell is discount. If I want profit as 400, what could be your discount? So if I want profit as 400, we have to give the discount as 8%. Accept OK. To cancel, click on escape or cancel. It's not your task, but I want you to try. If I want profit, if I want profit as 450, what will be my sales price? Which price I sell, I will get the profit as 450.
1850.
Why different answers? 1,888. So you are still maintaining that 8%. That's why you are getting 1,8.
1,8.
Yeah, she calculated 8%. He accepted okay. No, I want sales price. Not per discount. I want sales price. I don't want discount. I want sales price. Change it to 10%. 58. That's what you till maintain the discount as 8. I have 10. So I may get a different answer. 1. It will change. So you should not calculate everything manually. Just buying a product, selling a product. For everything you have to use what if analysis to fix the target, to fix the sales price, to fix the salary. For everything you have to use what if. Just like that, I cannot buy a product and sell a product. You have to use this what if analysis. Then only you can fix the sales price. Then only you can fix the target. Then only you can fix the salary. For everything, try to use this what if. Now, help me here. I think most of you did it. Place the cursor on profit. What if analysis. Goal seek. My cursor is at B5. To value. What is the value? 450. Which cell I want to change? Sales price. Okay. Yes. If my sales price is 1,888 only, I can get the profit of 450. So, if you want to reach the profit of 450, then you have to increase your sales price to 1,888.8, approximately 1,889 if I round it off. Yes. Cancel to come out of it. Now let us check with multiples. Maybe my customer is asking, or my head someone is asking, what is the profit I can get if I give a discount of 2%? If I give a discount of 4%, if I give a discount of 6, 8, 9, 10, multiples. So I want to know based on multiple input, what could be my output. So based on various discount, I want to know what will be my profit. Let us take the discount here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You can take any, you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your wish. Place the cursor on the discount because based on the discount only I want to calculate the profit. So place the cursor on discount. Go to same data. Go to same what if analysis. Based on various scenarios, I want to know what is my output based on various scenarios. So let us go to scenario manager. Place the cursor on discount on sales. Go to what if analysis, scenario manager. It opens a dialog box of scenario manager. Add, delete, edit, merge. Add is activated, delete and edit is deactivated because there is no scenario for editing or deleting. You are going to create a new one. Add scenario. What is the name of that scenario? For our understanding, you can give any name. It's a variable. You can give any name as per your wish. So let us say D1, discount 1. I'm just giving it as D1 discount. You can give any name, a meaningful name also, your wish. Discount 1. By changing cell is your cell where we have the discount. If you want to put some comment, this is discount for this some comment, you can put a comment. Prevent changes, that should be selected. Hide, I will tell you what is the usage. Hide is protection of your cells. I don't want others to see the formula, you can hide it. That we will see it in the later part. Now I say, okay, I am adding a scenario. After adding a scenario, it will ask, what is the value for this scenario? D1, what is the value? Okay. What is the value you want it for this D1? So let us say 2%. Please type it as 2% because my cell is in percentage format. Don't just type 2, it will take 200. Or type 0.02. 0.02 is 2% or 2%, whichever is easier. One scenario. I added one scenario, D1, 2%. Add. Second scenario, D2. Okay, let us take 4%. Your wish, just I am giving. Add. D3. Okay, 6%. I will add another 2 or 3. Add. D4. Okay, 8%. Add. D5. Okay, 10%. Add maybe the last one, D6. Okay, 12%. So we added 6 scenarios. If you want to add furthermore, you can add it. Add, you can add it. As of now, I added 6 scenarios. For 2%, 4%, 6, 8, 10, 12. 6 scenarios, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6. I have added everything. Later also you can add it, no problem. Later also you can add edit also. I will say OK now. I click on OK. So you can see all the scenarios names are displayed. When I come to this screen, all the scenario D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6. I want to check for D1. What could be the scenario for D1? Double click on D1. Yes, it shows 2%. What is my profit? Double click on D2. 4%. What is the profit? D3, 6%. D4, 8%. D5, 10%. But I am not satisfied. I am not convinced with this. 4 or 5 minutes you can double click and check. Suppose I have created 20 scenarios. I cannot go every scenario, double click, which is very complicated. Instead, can I see it as the report? Summary. So click on summary, When you click on summary, it will ask which summary you want. Whether you want a summary as a report, as a pivot table, or normal summary report. Let us see summary report. Pivot table, we will see it in the later session in another few minutes. Result cell should be the cell which is profit. Because that is the output I want. Correct? That's all. Okay. On a new sheet, you will get a report like this. 2%, what will be your profit? 4 means what is your profit? 6 means what is your profit? 8 means what is your profit? 10 means what is your profit? 12 means what is your profit? So it creates a scenario summary report for us. Based on various input, we got various output. But I recommend not to create many scenarios. Don't create many scenario reports like this. It may slow down your system speed. Whenever you want to see the scenario, and better to delete and close it, because when you add more and more scenarios, it may slow down. 365 is okay, but still I'm saying don't add 20, 30 scenarios, it may slow down your system speed. If you want to add further more, for example, I want to add maybe 14 and 16% also. Place the cursor on discount on sales, go to what if analysis, go to goal seek. Already you added means suppose I want to modify, there is an option called as edit, or if you don't want this scenario, you can delete it also. Now for example, I'll add another 2. Add, maybe let us say D7, okay, 14%. Add, just for example, D8, I'll add another 16%. Like this, I can add multiple scenarios furthermore also. You can see I added 8 scenarios. Double click and check one by one. Or you want it as a report, then click on summary, scenario summary, result cell. That's it. Okay. all the 8 scenarios.
Sir, can we change two items, like two scenarios?
Yeah, of course.
How to do that?
Example, what do you want to change?
जैसे कि I want to change the profit discount and also the sales price or the cost of sales.
Go to, maybe we are going to do this in the next part, but still, what if analysis, scenario manager, add. Suppose I want maybe B9. Already I have selected B3. Now I want to select cost of. Hold the control key, select both. Now it will ask for 2 things. First one is percentage. So if the percentage is something, for example, percentage is 12%.
So can you zoom in?
Percentage is 12. And what is the cost of sales? If the cost of sales is 300, so I can select 2. Double click. Single click, nothing will happen. Double click. Either double click or click and show. You can see there will be a button called as show. Either double click on it or click on this and there is a button called as show.
So once let's say I'm clicking on it, and
It will update here. It will update.
Can I revert without going out? So the manually change it.
Yes, it's like updating. That's why you put a summary and check it. It will not get disturbed here. Summary, you will get it in some other area. So that's the reason I added one more thing called as D5, which is the original one. D5 is the original 10%. Or add one more scenario, that's the original, or you put some name and you have that separately. Original values. Okay, but as I indicated, don't create multiple scenarios. It may slow down your system speed. But now the next challenge is, at least this part manually you can do it one by one. This is also a real challenge. But the next one is the challenge here. I have built a small table. There is a small table built here, which I have created manually, where I can see discount on percentage, discount on sales, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have cost of sales 50, 100, 200, 250, 300. Now what are we going to do this? We are going to fill this matrix. How are we going to fill this? What is the output I expect is, if cost of sales is 50 and discount on sales is 1%, what is my profit? If cost of sales is 50, discount is 2, what is my profit? Cost of sales is 50, discount is 3, what is my profit? Cost of sales is 54, what is my profit? Same for 100. 100, 1%, 100, 2%, 100, 3%. Like this, I want to fill the entire table, which is manually I can use a single word. It's impossible, or it's very, very, very tough. But Excel will help us very easily. First, of course, you have to create a table like this. Is it required I have to put the cost of sales in row this way or this way? Anyway, you can either put the cost of sales here or you can put the discount on sales here. That's not required. Anyway, that's your wish. First thing you have to do it is where the rows and columns are meeting. Where the rows and columns are meeting, either rewrite the same formula, or refer the formula. Either rewrite it or refer it. I recommend referring is better. Referring is better. How can I refer it? Equal to refer it. Or rewrite it once again. Equal to B4 minus B1 minus B2. If you want to rewrite it also, that's fine. Instead of this, I refer the formula. That's easier. Second thing. First thing, refer the formula. Second step. Before doing the second step, could you tell me which is in, I have two things. One is discount on sales. Another one is cost on sales. Could you tell me which is in row wise, which is in column wise? Cost of sales and discount on sales. Which is in row wise and which is in column wise? I'm getting different answers.
Column wise.
You are saying column, they are saying rows.
Column wise is cost of sales. Row wise is discounts on sales.
Basically, which is rows, which is columns. A, B, C, D are all columns. 1, 2, 3 are all rows. T. Cost of sales is in which area? Whether it's in rows or whether it's in columns. It's in row number 8. Correct? It's in rows. Yesterday you did it fill series. If you want the data to be filled top to bottom, what do? You want to fill it from top to bottom. That is columns. If you want to fill it in rows, you have to fill it like this. This is rows. So your cost of sales is in row number 8. So that means it's rows. It's in row number 8. And discount on sales is in column number C. So that is in column wise. Top to bottom is columns, left to right is rows. So cost of sales is rows, discount on sales is in columns. Identify this. Then it's very simple. If you identify this correctly, then it's very simple. Select this table. Without the heading, select only the table. Select only the table. The powerful feature but a magical feature. Select this entire table. Don't select this heading because heading is not just for our reference, we use the heading. Select this entire table along with this formula, select the entire table. Go to data. What if analysis? I believe you would have guessed it. Anyway, only one option is pending. Data table. So, row input, which is in row wise, cost of sales. So, select the cost of sales because this is row wise, this will be replaced with this. Column input, which is in columns, discount on sales because that is in column wise. That's all. Okay. The table will get filled automatically. Write any formula, function, nothing is required. The table is getting filled. Manually, as I indicated, this is impossible to do it. How can I verify whether my formula is correct? For example, here 10% is my discount and cost of sales is 250. I am getting 370. Let me take the 10%. Let me take the 250 here. 370. So tallying. Perfect. Data, what if analysis, data table. Which is in row wise, cost of sales. Which is in column wise, discount on sales. That's all. Say okay. Correct. Otherwise it will not replace. You should refer the formula. Based on the formula only this is calculated. If you are not giving, where the rows and columns are meeting. Because it is replacing with that 250 with this 50. Because it's in row wise. Formula is must and that intersection you are doing. Ascending, descending, any order. This in rows, this in columns also. No? That's your wish. That's your wish. Done? Ready? Yes. If you want to delete this, unfortunately, you cannot select one cell and delete it because on the top, you can see there is no formula. It says table B2, B3. That's all. There is no formula. If you want to delete this, you have to select the entire table. Total table has to be selected. Then press delete. Individually, if you delete only one, it will not delete because it's an array. We have created the entire thing based on only one. It's an array. So now you cannot delete it. If you don't want this, select the entire table then go for delete. Then it will delete. Okay, right. Same sheet in row number 25. After row number 25, there is 39. Some rows are hidden. We have a shortcut key for this. Control 9 is the shortcut key for hiding rows. If you want to hide the, it's already hidden. If you want to hide the rows, Control 9, Control Shift 9 is for unhiding rows. Rows, not for columns, it's only for rows. Rows, unhiding rows. Control 9 will hide, Control Shift 9 will unhide. So Control Shift 9 will unhide, Control 9 will hide. Or if you are not comfortable, you can use the shortcut key also. Right click on this, select it, right click and hide, which we saw this in the morning itself, unhiding the columns. Right click and unhide. Yes, this table has to be filled. I want you to fill this table. Fill this table. The bottom there is a table available, fill the table. Of course, you should get the profit. What is the profit? You should get what is the profit. Your output like this. This is how you should get the output.
Done, sir.
Profit. Unhiding, sir. That's what I told you. Right click, unhide, Control Shift 9. All are 400, so it's not right. It's not. Rows and columns you need to find it properly. Error. Not the listening. 25. There is rows and there is 25. There is rows. Control Shift 9. Control 9 is for adding. So there is a table available. Fill this table. Can you get same value for everything? For everything. 250. Please select the table properly. I told you.
Done, sir.
One minute, sir. 1 minute. All are 0. Where is the formula? You have to refer the formula. There is a formula.
Actually,
I'm going to equal it.
Okay. Most of you did it. Let me do it here. So first what we have to do it is we have to refer the cell equal to refer the cell. Then select this data with the formula which is row wise, which is column wise. Tell me which is in row wise. Sales price is in rows, cost of sales is in columns. What if analysis? Data table. Row wise we have sales price, column wise we have cost of sales. That's all. Next part I think you are going to try 17. You are unheading. Only you are unheading. Huh? You completed the task. Ah, yes, of course. Loan amount is 1 lakh. I think no one is getting loan for nowadays 1 lakh, but still, just an example. 1 lakh is the loan amount. Number of month is 12. Interest rate is 10%. Now we are going to find out EMI. What is EMI? Equated monthly installment. So specifically we have a function for this, equal to. And remember the answer will be in negative. We will see how to make it as positive. First we will write the formula. PMT. There is a function called as PMT. Calculates the payment for a loan based on the constant payment and constant interest rate. If there is a constant payment, constant interest rate. Diminishing another function called as PPMT. So this is PMT. Open bracket. First, rate. What is meant by rate? Rate is rate of interest. So let me select the cell where we have the rate. Always the rate of interest will be for per annum, per year. How do we convert it to per month? Divided by 12. Very good. PMT, open bracket, select the cell where we have the loan amount, select the cell where you have interest rate divided by 12 because it's per month. If you are paying for per year, don't divide it by 12. Suppose insurance, every year we are going to pay, don't need it to be divided by 12. It will take 1 year. Come on. NPER, what is that NPER? Number of periods, that is number of months. Select that number of months. Come on. PV is the principal value or the present value. Present value or the principal value. That means select that principal value. 1 lakh is my principal value. Close bracket. FE is the future value. That's not required now. Close bracket, or no need to close the bracket. Excel will close it. As I told, it will show you the answer in negative. 8,791.59. It means every month you have to pay 8,791.59. If you are getting a loan of 1 lakh and you are going to pay the loan for 12 months and the interest rate, assume the interest rate is 10%, then your EMI will be 8,791.59 negative. Could you tell me how can I convert this negative into a positive value? How can I convert a negative into positive? Normal arithmetical calculation. Minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus. Just add a minus before this. Negative will be converted into positive. This is one method. This is hard coding method. I recommend there is a specific function itself available. Here the minus, what it will do is minus into minus will be plus, but plus into minus will be minus. So better to use another function called as ABS, absolute, which will convert the value into absolute value. Negative means positive, positive means positive. It always converts your value into positive. Absolute, open bracket, close bracket. Now it will display the answer in positive. So if you want it in positive, if you want it in negative, you can have it. If you want it in positive, ABS or put a minus. I recommend ABS instead of just putting a minus. Minus into minus will be plus, plus into minus will be minus. Right? Don't reveal the answer. If you did it, call me. Find the loan amount. If EMI is 7,500, what will be the loan amount if I can pay the EMI as I can pay only 7,500 per month? What will be the loan amount? Don't say the result. Finished, call me. What will be the loan amount? Find the loan amount if EMI is 7,500. What will be the loan amount if EMI is 7,500? Last session we did it. What will be the profit if discount is this? What will be the loan amount if EMI is 7,500? I can pay only 7,500. What will be my EMI? Answer. Tell what? No, what to say? Cancel. Do it. I will come in just a minute. Just 7,000. Answer please correct. Anyway, see.
It should not be 90,000. Approximately 85,000. No. Don't do it manually, sir. Farm whole seek. 10 minutes before you are seeing, you forgot it. You are having very short term memory loss.
Okay. Place the cursor on this table. In this EMI, place the cursor on EMI, data, what if analysis, then goal seek, set cell is B4, to value, that is 7,500 should be my value. I can pay only 7,500 by changing cell. Which cell you have to change? The loan amount. I can pay only 7,500. What is the loan I can get? It's approximately 85,308. So reverse. If you want to accept, you can say okay. If you don't want to accept, you can click on cancel. Now, create a scenario summary report. You have to create a scenario summary report in a separate sheet. So I want the output in a separate sheet, which should look like this. Output should be like this. Create a scenario summary report. So it should be like this for months. If the scenario is 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, 48 months, and 68 months. I will show you the question again. Wait. Create a scenario summary report like this. You have to create a scenario summary report for 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, 48 months, 60 months. Output should be in a different sheet like this. Your final output should look like this. 12 months means what is my EMI, 24 months what is my EMI, 36 months what is my EMI, 48 months what is my EMI. Based on various inputs, various outputs, scenario summary report. Few minutes before you did it for discount, 2%, 4%, 6%, 8%. Same thing now you have to do it for number of months. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. As I told you, output should look like this.
Done, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scenarios. Months, 24 months, 36 months, 48. Should be month wise.
12 months का लेना है, इसको
12 months, 24 months.
ओके अभी और एक सिनेरियो
Scenario summary. Huh? What is output? What is output? 12, what is the EMI? Or what is the EMI? Good. Now enter. Enter. Let's start.
ये सब ठीक है
Okay. So, place the cursor on number of months. Then, what if analysis, scenario manager, add scenario 1. Let us say first scenario is 12 months. Or you can give any name, meaningful name. Just to say 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, X, Y, Z. That's your wish. I say 12 months. And first scenario is 12. Add 24 months. Name itself I am giving for my understanding. Okay, 24. Value is 24. Add 36 months. Value is also 36. Add 48 months. Okay, the value is also 48. Final one. Add 60 months. Once again, the value is also 60. Okay. So I added 5 scenarios, 12, 24, 36, 48. Now we want to see it as a report. Double click and you can check it. 24 months, what's my EMI? 36, what's my EMI? 48, what's my EMI? 60, what is my EMI? Original was 12, so 12, you can see it like this. Or summary, scenario summary, result cell is the cell where we have that EMI. Okay. So on a new sheet, you will get a report. 12 means what is my EMI, 24 what is my EMI, 36, 48, 60. Now, I'm deleting this. Next, in the same sheet, you are going to create a data table. Output should look like this, a bigger output. Data table for 12 months, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 96, 108, 120, 132, 144 till 180, till 180 months. And loan amount should be 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh till 18 lakhs. Till 18 lakhs. What is my EMI? 1 lakh 12 months, 1 lakh 24 months, same 2 lakh 12 months, 2 lakh 24 months. This entire table has to be filled. The total table has to be filled. Create a data table like this. You can put in a reverse also. It's not required you have to put the loan amount in rows and this is in columns. You can reverse this. It's not required 1224 in rows and 1224 in columns. Your wish. Anything can be in rows, anything can be in columns, but I want the output. 12, 180, you can see on the top. Till 180. 12, 24, 36, 180, and the columns is lakhs, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, till 18 lakhs. Can be in rows, anything can be in columns. Not till 180. One send the laptop. But you break the record. Where is the formula first? Where is the formula? You have first to write the formula, then refer the formula. You have to write the formula first. Without formula, it will not. How can you get the same value for everything? Century.
87,000. One lakhs. Your loan is 1 lakh and you are paying 1 lakh every month.
EMI
18 lakhs. Frame the table, sir, first.
Okay. First, I will select this rows 12, 24, or you can fill series. Fill. Yesterday we used it. Fill series also you can do it. I will select 12, 24. Select both this 12, 24, and I drag this 24, 36, 48, 96 till 180. 12. First type 12 and 24 and drag it. So 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, it goes till 180. Then 1 lakhs, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh. Then I will type 2 lakhs, 2,000, 20,000, 2 lakhs. Select both 1 and 2 lakhs. Drag it till 18 lakhs. First we have to frame this table, but you can put it in ulta. You can put the loan amount in rows and this in columns also, your wish. Then where the rows and columns are meeting, equal to, select this EMI. Select the formula, enter, control enter. Now select this table totally, which is in row wise, number of months is in rows. Loan amount is in columns. Go to data. What if analysis? Data table. Row input, which is in row wise. I think number of months. Rows. Columns. Loan amount. That's all. 12 months, 1 lakh, 24 months, 1 lakh, 36 months, 1 lakh. The entire table has got filled. First check whether your formula is there. Second, check whether you have selected the rows and columns properly. Formula is not there, you will get the same value. Then how can I get output? Let us start next exercise. Start. We cannot complete it, we will start. Exercise number 18. Actually 18, 19, 20, 21. All the 4 exercises, we are going to see one concept. It will take at least 3 to 4 hours to complete the entire concept. Very, very, very important concept. If you want to cover this whole concept, it will take 2 or 3 days. So many options are available, but let us start from the basics and we'll see the important feature about this. Now we have in exercise number 18, there are some region names, south, north, east, west, there are some regions. Target segment, these are all the target segments. We are doing some campaign in each of the targets and campaign name, channel, campaign type, and ad spent and execution cost, miscellaneous expense, lead level, lead that is income, sales, and net profit. So this is our net profit. So we have a small table available. It goes for around 300 rows. This is a simple plain table. We are going to convert this table into a report. What is the purpose of converting into a report? This table, you can ask me, this table is fine. I can see the table very well. But I want to know in which region we have more profit, in which region we have more leads, in which region we have spent more on advertisement. I want to check that, which is not possible because this is a normal simple table. You cannot take any decision out of this table. You cannot convert this data into a decision making tool. If you want to convert this data into a decision making tool, then we have to create a report. To create a report, the feature which we are going to use now is the most important tool. As yesterday itself, more people have said when we started the session, you want to learn pivot, you want to learn pivot. So we'll start this pivot. Based on how many tables can we create a pivot? Any idea? Can you tell me based on how many tables can we create a pivot? 1, 2, 3, any number of tables. So I have two tables, exercise 18, 19. Can I create a report based on these two tables? How do we do it? Who has created pivot? Common points also, how do you do it? How do you do it? You have to write XLOOKUP and bring the column there and then you can write it, right? Straight away, based on two different tables, you cannot do it. As of now, you cannot do it. Only one table. You can create a report based on only one table. So if you want to create a report based on multiple tables, in 2007, what Microsoft is, as of 2007, we used only pivot. From 2010 of Microsoft Excel, they have added one new feature, that is Power Pivot. Power Pivot means multiple tables. If we start using Power Pivot, as I told, if you come for the next session, I will say stop using XLOOKUP also. Today we used the XLOOKUP. Stop using XLOOKUP, start using Power Pivots. Combine multiple tables and create a report very easily. So multiple reports can be created based on this Power Pivot. And we have a data in a different location, multiple sheets, multiple files, million, billion, trillions of data. Now I think yesterday only we have seen there are 10 lakh rows and 16,000 columns are available in one Excel sheet. Maybe 10 years before, 15 years before, I would have said that 10 lakh is more than sufficient. Now 10 lakh may not be sufficient. You can have your global data in one area, correct? Entire Elgi data, whole world Elgi data, you can have it in one area because now the data are stored in online clouds. If you download the entire data, it goes to million, billion, trillions of rows. How to clean up it, how to consolidate it, how to merge it, how to append it. So there are a feature available to do this. From 2013, they have added this feature called as Power Query. Until 2010 and 13, it was add-ins. What is add-ins? You have to buy the add-ins, you have to upload the add-ins, and we have to put it in Excel. From 2016 of Microsoft Excel, this has become a part of Microsoft Excel. It's available in 365 also. So if you want to go to the next level of Excel, I think you have to learn this Power Pivots and Power Query. To learn the Power Pivots and Power Query, you have to go for Pivot first. First learn Power Pivot, then go to Power Pivots and Power Query. Early days, in 2016, we had a tool. Now this tool, they have removed it. We had a tool called as Power View. Combination of all these four tools. This was removed now. Instead of this, the combination of all the four tools, they have created a new tool, that is Power BI, Business Intelligence. Two I's are very popular nowadays. First two I's, AI, BI, Artificial Intelligence, Business Intelligence. So if you want to go to Power BI, I think this is the correct route. First you have to know pivot, then learn Power Pivot, then learn Power Query. Then it's very easy to learn. Even if you come for a Power BI session, suppose if you come for a Power BI session, first we will learn about the Power Pivots and Power Query, then only we go to BI. So even the BI will work through Power Queries and Power Pivots. It will not straight away, you cannot load the data into BI. That's impossible. Through Power Query only we load the data. So this is your hierarchy. If you want to go to the next level of Excel, learn this Power Pivots and Power Query, then go for Power BI. Then it's very easy to learn. Writing the formulas function. Future, as I told, you don't write a formulas and function. Future, what you are going to do? Just load the data. Refreshing is also not required. There is an option called as schedule refreshing. Every day morning it has to be refreshed. Every 2 hours it has to get refreshed. You can have a schedule refresh also. So future, you have to just upload the data. That's all. Everything should be done by Excel. That's what this Power Query and Power Pivots and Power BI will do. But before learning it, you have to be well versed on this pivot. So let us start with this pivot. Nowadays, I can see personally, earlier days, I'll have more trainings on Excel. Now I have more trainings on Power BIs and Power Pivots and Power Queries. People are asking more trainings on Power Pivots and Power Queries. In olden days, we'll use VBA, macros, nothing. Everything you can do it in Power Queries. If you start using Power Query, I promise that you will never come back to Excel. You can do everything in Power Query itself. Excel, only the reporting we have to do it in Excel. Other things, everything will be taken care by Power Query. Okay, right. Now let us create a report based on this. Before creating a report, 3 important conditions. No. First condition is no merged cells. No merged cells in between. You should not have any merged cells in between. Condition number 2. Table should have a heading. Condition number 3. Heading should be unique. What is the meaning for this? Heading should be unique. What it means? No 2 headings. Same heading should not be repeated. Heading should not be repeated. No merged cells. Table should have a heading. Heading should be unique. How to find this? If you are using old version of Excel, it's very tougher. Manually, you have to find where is that merged cells, whether your table is having the heading properly, whether the heading is repeated or not. Of course, this table is very small. We can find it very easily. I can see the same heading is not repeated. I can scroll down and find whether its merged cells are available or not. But latest version, we have specifically a facility available to find it out. Go to the tab called as Review. Go to the tab of Review. Under the tab of Review, there is a button called as Check Accessibility. Check the accessibility. It will check all the merged cells are there, whether your data is proper, heading is proper, sheet name is correct, whether you are given a correct color background. Other people can see the colors, so it will check for everything here. You can see check accessibility. Top, don't click on the bottom, click on the top. If you click on the bottom also, there is check accessibility. You can click it here. I click on check accessibility. Yes. And it's ready. Keep going. There is no problem here. Hard to read a text. Some text is very hard to read. So which text is very hard to read? Let me click here. I think this text, I think I didn't give a correct color yesterday. Yesterday we used the thumbs up. This color is not correct. Other people cannot read it. Put a different color. It's suggesting some other color. So I can put this color. Missing alt text. I think missing alt text is not for us. It's for the physical challenged people. They are seeing a picture means, what is that picture? The picture you have to give some text for it. I think yesterday I inserted 2 pictures in a cell, some 2 pictures. I don't know whether you remembered it. These 2 pictures. These 2 pictures, we didn't type the description about this picture. Not for us. It's a physically challenged who will use the touch screen and check what is the meaning of that picture means. You can type that image description. So they can touch the picture and they will know what is the description of this picture. They say it was not given. That's not a bigger problem. So if you want to give, you can give it here. And it will check with everything here. It will check with whether your table is having a heading, whether we have the merged cells, your sheet name is correct. So it will check for all the accessibility. So before using pivot table or anything, please check the accessibility of your system. Whether all the data is correct, heading is correct, colors are good, whether merged cells are available or not. You can check the accessibility. There is one more thing. Even check the performance of your system also. Whether your system is very faster, unwanted formulas are there, unwanted colors backgrounds are there. It will check and it will improve the efficiency of your system. How to improve the efficiency or performance of your system? Go to same review tab. There is an option called as check performance. Click on check performance. It will check the performance, optimize the sheets. You can see there are two problems in my sheet. In EX02 there is a problem, EX07 there is a problem. I don't know what is the problem in EX02. In EX07 what is the problem is, I think yesterday we removed the duplicate values. 5 rows or something. That rows I think we have some color background that was not deleted. It is occupying some space. That's why it says around 37 cells has to be optimized to have a better speed of your system. Let me check. For example, I'll go to EX02. Where is that? 017 to 018. Click here and this two. I did some formatting here yesterday. Condition, I control 1, I did the formatting. That formatting I didn't delete it. No data was there. I didn't delete the format. That's why it's showing an error. Optimize it. Clean up that. Yes, that will be cleaned up. 02 is cleaned up. And 07, you can click one by one or you can do everything at one shot itself. 07, click on 07. Yes, yesterday we removed the duplicates. And all the table has gone on the top. So in duplicates we have some color formatting because we did a conditional formatting there. That has to be removed to optimize your system. So optimize. Now everything is cleaned up. Now your system will work perfectly. But this is not a bigger problem. I think only 3 or 4 rows. Suppose you have very big data. You would have noticed your data will be very lesser. Your file size will be too large because you are not optimized your system. So from today optimize your system to make your performance much better. Okay, this is also a new feature. 2412 is available. 24. Yesterday version 24.
The sheets are not taking the same information.
Sheet?
Just showing a optima for optimize all, but the sheets,
No, it optimizes all is all the sheets.
it was reflecting different sheets where exactly we need to
Which one you are saying? Check performance or access?
performance.
If there is problem, it will show. If you click, you have to click there.
There was an optimize all button.
All means everything will be optimized. You cannot check it. If you have to check individually, you have to click one by one. You have to optimize all, everything will get optimized.
Individual sheets itself.
Because you have only one sheet. I have multiple, 2 or 3 sheets, it has to be optimized. Yesterday I given the thumbs up and I given the picture, which may not be there on your system. You would have had only one sheet for optimizing. I had 3 or 4 sheets for optimizing.
So we should go for optimize all button.
Better. Or you want to check it one by one, check one by one and optimize it, or optimize it. I think optimize is good. Optimize all, it will be faster. Okay? Right. So before creating any pivot table, even before sending the files to others, before sharing the files to others, please do check these 2 things. One is check for your accessibility and check for your performance. Clean up it and then send it to others. Now you can see your system will perform better. This file will perform better. Accessibility, whether your file name is correct, merged cells is not available, colors are good. So please do this before sending the files to others, before presenting the files to others also. Okay. Now I believe we'll go to the sheet number 18. Now we are going to create a report. So what's the report I expect is, I want to create a report region wise. Each region, south region, north region, east region, west region. Segment wise, be business to business, business to things, SMEs, institution, there are some segments. So region segment wise, we are going to find out what is the sum of all this: ad spend, execution cost, miscellaneous expenses, lead level, net profit. So we are going to find all this for region wise and segment wise. So let us create a report. Either place the cursor on the table or select the entire table. Either place the cursor on the table or select the entire table. How do we select the entire table? Control Shift 8. Very good. Or place the cursor on the table. As I indicated yesterday itself, stop me, ask me whenever you have some questions, queries and doubts, because it's a series of steps. If you don't know the first step, you cannot go to the second one. So stop me and ask me that itself. I can repeat it any number of times. From yesterday, you have learned so many concepts. I don't know how many are going to use all the concept. Even my answer is no. No one is going to use all the concept, correct? Some people may use XLOOKUP, some people may not use XLOOKUP itself. Some people may use the filter function, some people may not use filter function. But I want everyone to use two features. One is pivot table, another feature which we will see it in another few minutes after. Okay, so place it on the table, insert, pivot. Straight away you can click on pivot or click on the arrow mark. Under arrow mark, 3 options. Maybe sometimes who is using Power BIs, you may get one more option also, Power BI. If you have Power BI installed, 4 options may be available. You can get the data from Power. Normally people will get the data from Excel to Power BI, not from Power BI to Excel. That's very rare. But here either click with from table or straight away you can click it. If you straight away click it also, it will take it from table, or you can click it and take it from table also. External data source means SAP, ERP, Oracle, or this data table, data modeling is Power Pivoting. Power Pivotings and Power Queries, Power Pivoting. Unfortunately, it's graded out because we didn't use Power Pivot as of now. So insert, straight away click on pivot or click on the arrow mark and go to pivot. Both are same. I click on pivot table and it's asking new sheet or a existing sheet. First one is the table which is already selected. If it is not selected, is selected. And new sheet or a existing sheet. Where you want the report on a new sheet or on an existing sheet. It automatically creates the new sheet. On the new sheet you will get a report. Existing sheet means, suppose I select existing sheet and I say okay, it is throwing an error. Why? You have to select the location. Same sheet means you can click here and select the location. If you want the report in sheet 17 means select 17 and click some other area here. You have to select some area. Then only it will work. Okay. As of now, let us go for new sheet. So choose whether you want to analyze multiple table. This is Power Pivoting. As of now, please don't select this. So don't select it. You will tend to select it, right? But please don't do it. Please don't do it. If you do this, some feature may not work. As of now, some feature may not work. So please do not select it. If it is already selected, unselect it. Uncheck it. Please uncheck it. Right? Can I click on OK? Yes. Actually, we did nothing. The default one, insert pivot. That's all. We checked that option. We didn't do anything new. Let us click on OK. Always, Excel, everything will happen before. If you insert a sheet, that will be before the current sheet. If you insert a row, that will be before the current row. If you insert a column, that will be before. Always, everything will happen before, not after, before. So you can see before the sheet number 18, you will get one more sheet. Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, based on your sheet names. So let us say, okay, yes. There is a new sheet as I indicated before the sheet number 18. There is a new sheet created here. On the left hand side, pivot table. It will be the pivot table name is 1, 2 or anything. Forget about the name. Even you can change the name also. That's your wish. So this is the area where we are going to construct or where we are going to build our report. Our report will be constructed. Our report will be built here. On the right hand side, 6 areas are available. I will explain all the 6 areas one by one. Before that, you can see one more change has happened. Yesterday evening we have seen the change. Today we can see the change. What is the change? Contextual tab. Very good. Now we can see 2 contextual tab. Analyze and design. Both are very important. We'll see how to use both the analyze and design. If the analyze and design is not appearing, that means your cursor is not in the pivot, your cursor is outside the pivot. you should have placed the cursor on the pivot. Then you can see the analyze and design is available. But this pivot table fields, we have an option of closing also. Knowingly, unknowingly, you have closed this. Can I get it back again? Right click on the pivot, last option, show field list. If you have unknowingly closed this. Because now we want it. I will tell you when we can close it. When we create a dashboard, that time we can close it. Now it's better to have it. Right click, show field list. Yes. Now what are all the options and what are all the elements available here? You can see this one. This is your column headings. On your source table, all your column headings are displayed here. Then filter. What is this filter? I am saying the next level of Excel is Power BI. One feature which is available in Excel which is not part of pivot table. This is the only feature which is available in Excel which is not available in Power BI also. That is this filter. What is the usage of this filter? The filter can be used for creating multiple reports. One click, 100 reports can be created, 1000 reports can be created. Assume I have 100 customers. I want to send the report to all the 100 customers. Or we have 10 branches, we have to send the report to all the 10 branches. One click, we can do that. Mail also. Today we'll see how to bring the Outlook to Excel. Then columns. What is this columns? Please take a note of it. Everything we are going to see one by one. Column is used for comparison of your data. If you want to compare last year, this year, what is my sales or anything, if you want to make a comparison report, you can go for column label. Row label. When we can use this row label? This row label can be used for creating a row-wise report or a normal report. If you want to create a normal or a row-wise report, you can go for this rows. Sigma values. I think everyone would have known what is by sigma values. Can you tell me what is sigma? Sigma is used for summation. Summarize. I cannot say summation. I can say summarizing. Summarize means it's not a sum. You can use sum, count, average, max. Everything is sum. Summary means you will have a summary. Count also it's a summary. Average is also it's a summary. Maximum is also a summary. The last and final one. Deferred layout update. What is the purpose of this deferred layout update? If you have too large data, huge data, when I drag and drop, it will take at least 5 or 6 minutes to create a report. Instead, one click faster, you can create a report. To create a report faster, you can use this deferred layout update. Okay? Clear on this? Can I close this? Oh, okay. Taking snaps. Okay. Just this, you have to understand this. If you understand this, reporting is easier. Yeah. Can I close it? Done. Shall we create a report now? Yes. Now what is my report or what is my wish or expectation is we want to create a report region wise, segment wise, sum of ad spend, sum of execution cost, sum of miscellaneous expense, sum of lead level and sum of net profit. So which has to be dragged where? That's a big question mark here. So I want region wise and segment wise. Whatever I am saying wise, region wise or segment wise. By what? So I want some of this ad spend, some of the execution cost by what? By region wise. by segment wise. So whichever I am saying by or wise, drag it and drop it to rows. I recommend to drag and drop. I have seen some people are going there and making a check mark here. If you make a check mark, we don't know where it will land. It may land into filter, it may land into columns, it may land into sigma, it may land into rows also. Better understand it and drag and drop. That's my suggestion. So don't go to the left hand side corner. If you go to the left hand side corner, if you click, it automatically goes to some other area. So better go to the center somewhere else. Drag that region and drop it to rows. Now we got region wise: central, east, north, south, west. Then drag the segment and drop it to rows again. So region wise, segment wise. These are all the regions. Under region, these are all the segments. Sum of ad spent. So let me select this ad and I drag and drop it to sigma, because I want the summary of this. I want the total of this. So whatever you want to summarize, you have to drag and drop it to sigma. So let me drag this ad spend to the sigma. But here we have one advantage. Assume that you are 100% sure that this column is in a number format or this column is in a general format. If this column is in a number format or a general format, all this column is in a number format and general format, and we want to summarize sum of it. We want sum of it. So here is the advantage. No need for dragging and dropping. You can make a check mark of it also. Just go here. Execution cost, I can make a check mark. Miscellaneous expense, I can make a check mark. Lead value, I can make a check mark. Net profit. If you have wrongly made a check mark also, we can rearrange the columns. Don't worry, we can rearrange the columns. I will tell you how to rearrange the columns. So just make a tick mark. If you are 100% sure that that column is in a number format, if you are 100% sure that you want the sum of it, you can make a check mark also. It automatically lands into sigma. Because it's in a number format, it automatically lands into sigma. Done? Clear? For the back, we will do a small thing, then we will take a break. Thus, it's giving the, it automatically creates, because it automatically finds the grand total of each columns. It finds the grand total of each column. That's why that sigma value is available. Sum of each columns. Campaign type is a text. Okay. We'll do a small designing work now. I am not satisfied with this report. Data is okay. Data will check whether it's correct. Data should be correct. View of the report. Design of the report, I am not satisfied. You can see a region and segment is displayed in the same column. I can understand this, but I send to someone else. They don't know what is this central, what is this B2B, what is B2C. So I want the segment in a separate column and the region in a separate column. And I don't want the total should come on the top. I want the total should come on the bottom here. Like this, I want to make some changes. Place the cursor on the table. Go to the tab called as contextual tab called as design, subtotal. Tell me what is the option I am going to select here under subtotal. Do not subtotal, show all subtotal at the bottom, show all subtotal at second one. Very good. All the subtotal at bottom. Super. Grand total. If you don't want the grand total on the bottom, or if you don't want the grand total here, you can switch off it, but I recommend not to do this. I will tell you when we can switch off this. Not maybe in the next session, I will tell you when we can switch off. Now it's better to have it. Don't switch off this. Better to have it. So I'm not doing anything in this grand total. My recommendation or my suggestion is display all your report in a tabular form, because our people doesn't like it in compact. This is compact. The region segment is in a same column. I can understand. But if you drag one more, everything will come in a same column, very compact. I cannot see it report properly. I will put it in a tabular form. How can I put it in tabular form? report layout. Show in tabular. I recommend your report to be in tabular. Yes. Now you can see region is coming in a separate column. Segment is coming in a separate. I recommend this. So go to report layout, show in tabular. And this table may be smaller one. Central region B2B, this is the total. B2C belongs to which region? That also belongs to central region. Enterprise also belongs to central region. Institutions also belongs to central region. SME is also central region. Instead of this, if you want central to be repeated, when you see the printout or when you see the report, it's easier to understand. So what we do? Report layout, repeat item label. So first what we have to do is first to go to design, report layout, first to change this into tabular form. That's the first part. After changing into tabular form, then repeat all item label. Don't do reverse. First tabular form, then repeat all item. If you don't want to be repeated, the last one, do not repeat. But I recommend to repeat it. I recommend it's better to have the repeated values. Okay? Report layout, show in tabular, then repeat all item label. Yes. Central. All the other options you explore. I think it's very simple, it's straightforward, you can try. Blank rows means after each date, central, east, north, west, there will be a blank row, blank line. Central, there is a blank line. East, there is a blank line. North, there is a blank line. If you don't want, remove the blank line. What is that row header? This central, east, north, west is bold. I don't want that to be in bold. Uncheck that row header. Uncheck it is high, better uncheck it. Column headers. I recommend better to have the column header. Don't uncheck it. Better to have it. Banded rows, all the alternative rows are banded, which is easier to take a printouts. I think a few years before, even you have the banded sheets. I don't know how many of you have seen it. Printed will be in banded sheets, both side holes, banded sheets. Now also, you office or something, they will give it in banded sheets. Since we don't have a banded sheets, we can take a printout in banded. Banded columns, I don't recommend. If you want, you can do it. And I want to present in a different colors and formatting. So pivot table styles, some colors and some formats. Different types of colors and formattings are available. Whichever the color formatting you wish or you want, you can select it. Okay? Yes. To format new pivot table styles, click on it. For the whole table, what is the color for click and format. For the table heading, what is the color and format. First row types, first column, header column. Everything you can manually change the colors. Click on format. Select which whole table, what is the format. Click on format. What is the color, what is the border, what is the fill. Probably next we will see how to rearrange your table and how to create our own formulas and function. We got only some. I want average, I want a count, maximum, minimum, percentage of column total, parent total, how to compare last year, this year, how to make a comparison report, how to automatically refresh my data, yearly, monthly, weekly report, aging analysis, dashboard, top 10. So many features are still pending. So let us, this pivot we have started, it will take 3 to 4 hours. We have started it. Probably we'll see the next feature. I hope. Ready? Okay. So we'll take a lunch break. After the lunch break, we'll start with the next concept. Once again, remind me, I have to start the recording.